believe the hype?
What hype?
The hype about Booby Miles.
No, hype is something that's not for real. I'm all real.
Okay, welcome back. You are now tuned into the Believe No Hype podcast, where sports and entertainment meet culture and all hype gets put to the test. I'm your host, Mal Rizzo. I got my co-host, A7 himself. And on the desk today is CMB. Let's jump into it. Make sure you guys are like, follow, share, comment, subscribe, and let's jump into it. We had another crazy week of NFL action. We'll start off with the Colts and the Falcons. They traveled to Berlin.
The 9 a.m. game.
Yes, on a Sunday. It had the makings of a pretty good game, but ended up a little one-sided in the favor of the Colts. But I would love to hear your breakdown. Where are we at with the Falcons right now?
I mean, I watched the game. I'll definitely tell you that it was entertaining all the way through.
Yeah.
Like, if you just look at the stat sheet, you would be like, oh, of course. It's like, but like it wasn't like Jonathan Taylor was out here running like.
Now the first half, it wasn't like I think it was pretty close, right?
Yeah, it was very. I mean, the Falcons were up pretty much the entire first half, and then it wasn't until like the second half of the fourth quarter that Jonathan Taylor got loose.
He started working.
He did an 80-yard run. Then that brought him into like 200 yards.
You can't tackle him the whole game.
It's the problem.
Eventually.
Eventually you're gonna
32
let him
carries,
go.
32 carries, 244 yards, 3 touchdowns.
And they said that they were like on the run that he on the play that he broke out for 80 plus yards. They were like, oh, we thought he was tackled, like because you know what I'm saying. Like it was like one of those moments like when I went like my first varsity game against Linden when like we all were blocking and I was like, oh, Mal's like caught up in that fucking scrum, and then all of a sudden you just break out and it's like holy shit. And that's exactly what happened. And then it seemed like once that happened, they kind of lost a little bit of that momentum. They get to overtime and they end up losing that game. My breakdown of Atlanta is, especially now that we are like some weeks away, is that pistol offense BS, bro, is still just a bunch of BS.
You think it's the offense? How do you feel about Penix operating the offense?
I think that Penix has a lot of work to do, but it's tough for me to put.
I think he still needs some help.
I think it's tough for me to put like so much on him when he's like again like it's his first season. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like
wide receiver.
What do you really expect him to do? Like it's like I think we're all so used to. I know you've been hating on him for a minute, but it's like I think it's tough for everyone to think that everyone's going to come out and be Jaden Daniels or everyone's going to come out and
you don't even have to be.
But it's like, but if you
look at Jackson Dart,
he's not terrible.
Well, I mean, he's better than Jackson Dart.
Like
I was about the same. I would say I think they're about the same.
No, I'm definitely saying that, bro. Here's the thing: they did the comparison. He's playing at the same level as Drake Maye is last year. He's playing at the same level as like all these guys who are like pretty good right now. He's playing at the same level as them their first year. Yeah. It's just the way it is. And the only difference is, and this is my issue is going to be the growth, because all those guys learned how to get under center, do drops, understand timing, things like that. And what you notice in this game is that like the kid has no idea about timing throws. Like unless it's like to Drake London, like because that guy can catch anything, he doesn't really know how to put it on anybody.
Just feed him. Feed that big 6'5" guy. I mean, he overthrew him a couple times.
He overthrew him a couple times. Listen, he definitely had a bad game, and he's looking to start. He's looking like he's moving down the lane of being an inaccurate quarterback, and I hate that for him because like he hasn't been that way always. And it's like you're watching like a coaching staff like not put him, like not
give him
successful situations, and watching him regress. To be honest with you. Like you're watching him regress.
A little bit.
And then what I also hate is how come we didn't know that Darnell Mooney had a broken collarbone in fucking training camp?
Well, you hate Darnell Mooney.
No, I'm just like this actually makes me like him a little bit more. Like how come
guys play with broken bones?
I know that, but a collarbone,
wasn't he
bro,
out
is
the first couple of weeks?
He was.
What he was out for?
He was out for the first couple of weeks, but now he's playing with like it's tough. It's like
dropped
okay,
a couple balls.
So the kid's not, but they're saying that he doesn't even practice because he's still nursing the injury, bro. That was only
you
like
can see that then.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like okay, so in my opinion, it's like who's in there like putting together this information? Who's in there teaching the offense how to do things? Like there's no like what I hate about the pistol and what I hate about the shotgun is that there's no rhythm because you never drop, right? There's never like a 1, 2, 3. It's just like you kind of stand there and you do it. Yeah. And I remember when they were trying to figure out Jay Cutler back in the day.
Yes.
They were like, oh, we're just gonna have you. You're not gonna do typical drop backs. You're gonna do that little scuffle thing.
Though.
He did, but it's like, how is that helping the quarterback
be a
better quarterback? And I think they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. But I was listening to Roddy White talk on one of these radio stations, and he kind of summed it up for me and kind of made me come back down to earth, which is we gotta which is what I said earlier. We gotta remember that these people, not everyone can come in and be like a rookie of the year. You know, not everyone can come in on their first year and light it up, and you have to take that in consideration. And also, there's a very, very, very young team. But here's
banged up.
They're banged up. And here's my conundrum, though. And you know, I'll finish the analysis with this.
Mm-hmm.
The Colts play great football. They never give up. Their offense is well oiled. Even when Daniel Jones is getting his chin rocked, he got seven. He had 7 sacks on the guy. Jeez. They still find a way to make it happen. Tyler Warren's a beast. Jonathan Taylor's a beast. They don't really have
keep chipping away.
Yeah,
just keep chipping away.
Keep chipping away. That defense is solid. But my thing is they got a young team. We got to give them time. I think that they have an opportunity here, and now this is still the Falcons, so I'm not going to be like, oh, they're going to go 3-0, but they have an opportunity to have 3 winnable games before they go into some tough games, and it's just looking like it's going to be a 7-10 now. You can finish with 17, 7-10, 9-6 type situation. Like it's not looking like, or not 9-6,
9-8,
9-8. It's looking like another mid-year for these guys. But I'm not worried about their future because I feel like they have the players. I'm just worried about if they have the coaching in place. Oh, the conundrum. The conundrum is when you have this is what happened with Arthur Smith, right? They had a great defense, or they had a defense that was emerging, but Art Smith was trash.
Yes.
So then they fired Art Smith, fired the defense coordinator, then they had to start all over.
Yes.
Now the same thing is happening. They have an emerging defense with all these players, Jalen Walker, James Pierce, these guys coming together, getting sacks everywhere, like the defense, the secondary. But you have an offense that's struggling. So what are you going to do? Fire the coaching staff again and then have to start over again? And this is the thing with these teams right now at this point. It's like this is where I go to the CMB thing of preaching patience. It's like
you got
as much as I don't like Raheem, and probably the people don't like Raheem. It's like are you gonna sacrifice the growth of your team because you have a squeaky wheel or because you have something that's messed up? Like what you want to say is, hey, let's fix it. Like maybe not let's fire them.
You just lost to 2 good teams, though.
I know, 2 great teams.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Atlanta's still a good football team.
And your good players play good.
Yeah, you go out and you continue to just. I think every week you have to take it week by week, and you have to go out each week and continue to play. I know it sounds cliche, but you have to continue to play your best football.
Yeah.
No matter what the result is, whether at the end you lose by 1 or 2.
And that's what I think Raheem is good at, is like keeping it like this, even when things are going bad. I mean, when it's good, he keeps it like this.
You can easily let that go and just it goes down.
And it just goes to show the Colts they are that good. Yeah. Like at no point in time can you count them out. They literally, I felt like they had Jonathan Taylor bottled up, and in that second half of that fourth quarter, he started going
OT.
Right, and OT runs another one for 60 yards or whatever. It's crazy.
I don't know. I like the Falcons in that division. I think the Panthers can't keep up.
No.
What they're doing.
That's what they got this week.
So I think that a win this week would be huge.
It'd be huge. Put them back on the right track.
Maybe getting a wild card spot.
And Tampa Bay has to play Buffalo this week. They both need a win.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay's got a tough schedule.
And like
ahead.
you said, this year should be like a setup year for next year of evaluate. Like we know what Drake London is. We know what Bijan is. We know what these guys are. But let's really hone in and see what this defense is and who we need to cut and who we need to bring in.
The fat is Zach Robinson, bro. I like him. That's the thing. Is I like him, but let's be honest, bro. If the OC can't you got to match your quarterback with your OC. It's just it's just the way it goes, right?
You don't feel like this is a good fit.
I think Russell Wilson is a great example of it's so funny. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback, and he's getting booed out of games, booed off the team. It's your offense. It's like, what system are they running?
Yeah.
It's like, is the system compatible with the guy?
Yeah.
And sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not,
Yep.
Final take on the Atlanta Falcons game. I would say, listen, you guys took one on the chin against a really good football team, a team that people are saying is the top.
Yeah.
And a guy who's having an MVP type. I mean, 2 guys really that are having MVP level seasons, but Jonathan Taylor probably more so than anybody.
For sure.
So and he had that was probably the best game, maybe even of his career.
It was.
You know,
he had 280 yards, something like that.
Like total, and 3 touchdowns,
something like that. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't think you give up. I think you hold tight. Like I said, the Bucs, they took a loss to the Patriots last week.
Yeah,
they got to play the Bills this week. The Bills, they need a win as well. The Patriots Bucs games, switch to that. A matchup of 2 potential MVPs. both guys played pretty good, but the Patriots were able to come away with the win. That was last week, and then last night. Tonight's Friday. Last night, Thursday night, Patriots beat the Jets, as most people expected to happen. Pretty good around football. Listen, no games are given in the NFL. You still got to show up on Thursday, Sunday, Monday.
But was that not a standard Jets game? It was like, oh, they're actually kind of playing okay, and then all of a sudden you were like,
well, here,
Can we talk about that game?
Absolutely, because what I thought the first drive was great. Play to Justin Fields' strengths. If you're going to have Justin Fields and you're going to start him, you have to let him be Justin Fields. You can't be like, oh, well, I'm just going to call whatever. And
he's not a bad quarterback.
He's not a bad quarterback, but you got to let him play to his strengths.
Yep.
And for whatever reason, I get it. Like, teams are like, oh, well, we're not going to run read option, zone read all night. Like, but you probably in that game, you probably should have, because his athleticism would have carried him through. Now, again, you're not going to win a championship like that, and I think they even said it in the game. But give him confidence.
Stack wins.
They had just won.
Just stack the
wins. They had just won 2 in a row. They beat the Bengals, then they beat Cleveland. Not two great teams, but they had some momentum to go in. And that first drive, they looked like they were continuing the momentum. And then, as you coined the phrase, jetted up, they jetted it up the rest of the way.
It just was so crazy because it was like, okay, like you thought the Patriots were about to pull away.
Yeah.
They don't, because the Jets defense does its thing.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, then all of a sudden they scored another touchdown. You're like, oh, they're only like 7 points away or whatever. And then all of a sudden they get the ball 3 and out. Then they get the ball back again, and then it's like pick. And then they get the ball back again, and it's like fumble. I was like, okay, cool. Like
very Jets-like. And you know what? Game. They have zero talent now, wide receiver with Garrett Wilson now. They brought A.D. Mitchell in.
He had a drop.
A little cheek. He had a few drops. He's kind of a little bit cheeks. Maybe over time he gets better. He has the athleticism to be a really good receiver. He gets separation. He gets open. Just got to put it all together.
But what we love about the Pats, though, and what they showed not just yesterday but last week too, they play on time, bro.
Consistent.
They play
football.
On
they do
time.
everything. When you need a stop, they get a stop.
Yep.
When you need a turnover, they get a turnover.
Yep.
You need a sack, they get a sack.
Need a first down.
Ooh, last night every time you're like, dang, it's 3rd and what? 3rd and 3, 3rd and 7. Doesn't matter. They're gonna get a first down.
They were figuring it out.
When you're able to do that, you can win a lot. If you can just convert and get first downs, you're gonna win a lot of football.
It doesn't need to look flashy.
No, it doesn't. And I would say they're probably playing some of the most consistent football right now. Like Drake Maye, he may not be. I mean, he's in the top of the MVP conversation, but for me, I have him as the most consistent player. In the NFL right now. You know what he's going to give you 225 and 1 or 2 touchdowns every week. He's going to convert. He's going to hand the ball off. He's going to dink and dunk. He's going to find his guys. He's got Mac Hollins out there. Look good. Mac Hollins doesn't even wear shoes. Mac Hollins only wears shoes when he's on the football field.
Yep.
Okay. I seen him walking before the game. He's walking through the parking lot with freaking no shoes on through the black side.
But he's a mongrel, bro.
No,
he's literally like, what is he, 6'5"?
He's like 6'3".
Yeah. Oh, he just looks.
He looks big as hell.
Looks big as shit.
But
man.
they get it done. Again, the Josh McDaniels effect. I'll say it. I'll continue to say it. He won a ton of Super Bowls there.
Give Braves credit too.
And Brave too. Yeah. Brave is the people's coach.
Yeah.
And he's the guy who needed to be in there.
But they took down the Bucs.
They took down the Jets. So they got 2 good wins. Now they got a few extra days off till they get to their next game. So listen, keep your eye on them. Don't fall asleep on them.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep it going. Let's switch it over to the Giants. They had another meltdown, blew another lead. It led to Brian Daboll finally getting canned. He's cooked. He's done. What do the Giants end up doing now? They lost to the Bears.
I mean, the Bears are not a bad team.
Not a bad team. But it's the fact that they blew another. I think somebody said they've had 10 fourth quarter leads this year that they've blown.
Well, it came down to I think we were up 7 and 6, or somewhere around 7. We're up 7. Fourth quarter, whatever, 7, 8 minutes to go.
They're playing them tough.
And we're down on the 4-yard line, and even the announcer goes, I imagine no matter what, they're going for it on 4th down so that they can pin them deep because the Bears haven't been able to move the ball across the 50-yard line so easily the whole game. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. That's probably what we do. We kicked the field goal, bro.
Yeah.
We open up the game to say, hey, beat us.
Yeah.
Come beat us. Instead of saying, I'm going to make it the most difficult thing in the world to beat us. Go 90 yards on us. It was honestly like a crap.
And you heard what Russ said. Russ said a couple times he was being interviewed this week. He said, you get the ball down to the 1-inch yard line, you don't get to put it in.
Yeah.
That changes a lot.
But it seems like he did that last year. I feel like too. A lot of times they would be like, you'd be like, oh, the Giants are kind of cooking. Neighbors has got 150 yards. Like so and so was doing this, and then all of a sudden, they somehow lost the game.
They did that against Washington. They blew the Washington game like that. Neighbors had the game of his life. and then they blew it at the end. I think they missed the kick.
Yeah. It's very interesting because Daboll, it was time. It was time. We had been talking about it.
But we
To
literally
me, that's
sat here-
wild.
Yeah,
That's
because
wild.
we literally sat here and we said, no, let's let him.
We wanted him to
Okay,
cook.
Let's let him cook.
It's very simple. Look at and I've said this before to a few people. Look at the highlights of what happened this year.
Mhm.
The offensive line is outperforming any offensive line the Giants have had in the last
Yes,
10, 15
yes.
years.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Boom, highlight. A rookie quarterback stepping in and playing like really well. I just did the side by
pin
side
that, though,
stats with
Penix. Yeah.
and he looks really good against Penix.
Yeah.
So and he's like a rushing threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Okay.
runs. That's why he's.
But I think that's what got him fired.
You have a third round
because
running back.
Dart got another concussion.
You have a third round running back
Yeah.
looking flashy. And we look good with these young guys coming in and looking flashy at running back.
Yeah.
This is the second guy to come and do it. Okay, great.
I mean,
Now
Scat was
we're
underdrafted,
stacking
if you
up.
ask me.
We're stacking up at that position. We got
Yeah.
Tracy, we got Scat, we got Singletary as the third. Okay.
Yeah.
You have Neighbors at receiver who is performing like he always performs. Okay, these are the highlights. The defense, not the best defense, but we're not getting like 35 points put up on us every single night.
Yeah,
So
no.
we're
You're winning
not-
games. You're
we're-
in
we're
games.
able to win. Why wouldn't you wait it out to the end and say, I'm not separating Daboll and his offense
Not yet.
from Dart?
Yeah.
That
Why
should
would you do that?
This should have been the same situation as Mike McDaniel. Let him finish out the season, then reevaluate at the end of the season.
Exactly.
If they, a lot of people were saying, listen, I think this is what you're saying, that he has a rapport, and it seemed like it seemed like Dart was thriving in Daboll's offense.
Yeah.
And now whether Dart even plays the rest of the season, if they shut him down or whatever they do, if the offense doesn't move like it was moving, it's going to be a problem.
And
But
now you put a quarterback coach as
I
your
know.
head coach.
I know.
He was
A guy
playing calls.
who, if you heard the rumor, was Daboll went to the ownership, said, I think I'm going to get rid of Kafka, and then next thing you know, Daboll got fired.
I just think that they want to.
That's what a player allegedly, my source, a player source told me
Yeah.
that Daboll was trying to fire Kafka, and then next thing you know,
there
Daboll got
were
fired.
former players that played with Kafka who were laughing at
Yeah.
the fact that Kafka's, and they were saying Daboll is known around the league as an X's and O's guy, like a
Yeah.
very sharp.
But what is Kafka's claim to fame, that he was a OC or a quarterback coach
He
for?
played in a bowl game and had like 7.
No, but wasn't he
That was
a quarterback
his
coach
claim
for
to fame.
the Chiefs when they won their most
Yeah, I think
recent
he
Super
might
Bowl?
have been he was the quarterback coach, but they were saying though that he had literally no call. Like I think he had
wasn't
one.
calling
He
the
had
plays.
one
Yeah,
interview.
Andy Reid runs that off.
Yeah, but I'm saying like after that,
And
I think
Eric
he had
Bieniemy.
one call to get an interview. So like even
that's it?
being like he was not like a highly sought after like offensive mind,
I heard Daboll was going to take the play calling away from him.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying, yeah.
Yeah, and again, I like Daboll, but I think they did it to protect. I think they wanted to protect Jackson Dart, bro. This kid just keeps getting like he was in the blue tent so many
Nah,
times.
it's not about protecting Jackson Dart, bro.
No?
What it is think about it like this.
He was
The owner
Chiefs'
has
passing game
cancer.
coordinator.
The owner has Mara has cancer.
yeah.
So that's huge. The other thing is they have to turn the branding around. If they
Yeah.
can't turn this branding around, they're probably going to sell the franchise.
Well,
Like,
it
Lord.
matters who you bring in as your next coach, and that's my brings to my next
Exactly.
question is who should. I mean, I know who probably should. It should be and maybe I know he's saying people keep asking him all week, Bill Belichick, and he keeps saying no, but you never know.
I
But
like Brian Flores.
He's just
that
in the-
name gets
Yeah,
bro,
but
he's
it's
floated.
just
not going
in
to
the
be Brian
lawsuit.
Flores.
He
Yeah,
can't.
because when he went for
Maybe
the
as a
interview,
DC. Maybe
but
as
he
a
went for
DC.
the interview for the Giants when
Yeah.
Brian Daboll got the pick. Bill Belichick texted him and said, "Oh, congratulations, Brian," but he texted the wrong Brian because they both worked for him.
Yeah, he texted
Yeah.
Flo.
So he texted Flo and said congratulations. And they basically, what that is that the owners let Bill Belichick know before they even let him know.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's where the lawsuit started. So I doubt that he ends up linked up with the
Yeah,
Giants. at any
he
point.
won't.
Look, Belichick has to build a culture. It's going to take a few years to build. Like, is he?
No, I
able
think
to
whoever
as
comes in
a-
does it. Does you don't. You
Gruden's
have
name
to.
gets floated.
Yeah, Gruden.
Gruden's another one though that they said
Mike
they
McCarthy.
he can't do it because he's in the lawsuit with the Giants.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
that's
is.
true.
So it's like okay,
Exactly.
like he can't do that one. So who's the other one you said? McCarthy. McCarthy would be
McCarthy.
good.
I think Lane Kiffin. That's what I've been preaching. Lane Kiffin.
bro, he had his shots.
No,
good
but
in
it's not about.
college.
It's about Dart. It's about Dart.
Yeah,
it's
you're
about
right.
you have
Yeah.
to get
Dart,
somebody
yeah.
who
He
maximizes
knows Dart.
because that
Yeah.
was the. I think that's literally what we said on the podcast last week was that Daboll staying. He was gonna get to keep his job because it seemed like him and Dart were
getting along, yeah.
So and like we said, that was his pick, right? That was the guy he wanted.
Yeah.
So I see it's very hard because what if the next coach comes in, he's like, I don't see that in him.
Yeah.
Now you're in a disastrous situation where it's Daniel Jones again. You invested again, and then now you got to bail on Dart, and then Dart goes somewhere else and it becomes the league MVP.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like I could see it happening now because we just saw it. We just watched it happen.
And this is why, like, being that there isn't a clear cut person that's like, oh, this is just the next place you go.
Yeah.
They made a huge mistake.
They made a huge mistake.
Yeah.
And I think we were actually talking about that last week too.
No
like there really are no. I think we were talking about this when we were talking about Clint Kubiak. There's really not a lot of like candidates out there right now. Like, you know, I get it. Okay, get the jump, I guess. But when there's no candidates, like, who are you really going after?
Who are you going after?
Saquon said that
you want a veteran coach, you want an up and coming coach, you want a college coach. Like,
and it's the middle of the season, so even the guys that are in college, they're not going to be done. They're not going to be done until January.
And
you know what I'm saying?
And how do you entice them with that job? Because you have to keep that core of that team together. You can't. That's a
the
really
Notre Dame
good
coach was floated too.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, really?
Freeman.
Yeah, Freeman. Was floated. They said the Giants really like Freeman.
Interesting.
He would bring the he would bring the right mentality.
Yeah, for sure.
He would definitely bring the leadership.
But would he
and
get the respect from leaguers? You know.
Yeah.
Eventually, I think he would. I mean, he was pretty badass in college.
Yeah, I like that. I just feel like he's young.
How do you not fire a guy who, when Saquon came out on a podcast talk about it, he's like, what you see in that negotiation is so off. He was like, the way Joe Schoen was talking to me, he was trying to instigate me. Like, he was trying to get me going, and I didn't get it.
I think he's the real problem.
Schoen is the real problem.
You're going to turn the keys over to Kafka. You had to get rid of Bowen, and you got to get rid of Joe Sheen.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
That should have just been a package deal of how that went down.
The only way Kafka's saying is if you guys go on like a 5-game winning streak.
Bro, there's no.
He doesn't become. He's not the head coach.
But there's no shot he leaves the franchise next year.
He may be a bridge guy.
He's the golden boy.
He may be a bridge guy. He could say, "Oh, I could everything Daboll does. I know exactly what they were doing."
And he's like a Joe Judge. Like, if it doesn't work out, he's persona non grata.
Yeah.
Boo.
They're a piece of shit. They're a piece of shit franchise, bro.
Yeah, it's tough, man. And like I said, Jackson Dart, if you don't maximize him, somebody else eventually will down the line. Bro. You know, then you have a guy sitting looking like a league MVP.
Yep.
And a guy who is sitting looking like a league MVP right now is out there in L.A.
I know.
He looking good, slinging that thing.
With
Matt
those
Stafford.
veneers. With
Matt
those
Stafford,
veneers, with the new teeth.
You see the meme of like how they make Walter White from Breaking Bad and they give him the diamond grills.
Yeah. They did that for Matt Stafford.
They were like, that's what Matt Stafford's going to look like in his all-black jersey when he smiles with his veneers.
The thing I love about Matt Stafford is like Sean McVay, his whole career, like when he started in L.A., he had Jared Goff. It was like people always just say, oh, well, he basically calls everything for Jared Goff, gives him audible. And like Matt Stafford basically like telling him to shut up. Like,
yeah.
It's like, yo, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I love that.
He's still talking.
And Matt Stafford's like the wily old vet now.
Yeah.
Like, that's the coolest thing. Like, he played a lot of football, bro.
So much.
And now he's playing his best football of his career. And he's got 2 elite receivers.
Yep.
Listen, don't sleep on them. That whole NFC North.
Yeah. Everyone in that team everyone in that division.
Because even though the 49ers lost, they're still 6-4.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're gonna get healthier. They're gonna get better.
Yep.
You know, I don't. The question I have with the 49ers is Mac Jones or Brock Purdy, because Mac Jones has proved he can do everything. Brock Purdy's gonna come back and put in the same numbers.
Yep.
He's not gonna come back and put in like elite or more elite numbers than
that's
Mac
how I
Jones
feel.
has been doing.
I wonder how the contract is structured. You know,
for Mac or for
what's his name, for Purdy.
I'm sure there probably had to be a certain amount. Usually there's like a certain amount of games you have to play to get all the money. But for a $60 million contract, even if he doesn't get all of it, he's still gonna end up with like $40 million.
Yeah.
And you're still on the hook. Even if he doesn't get the bonuses, you might, if that stuff's on the cap, it's on the cap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I think that, listen, I think you give him a chance. You see how
you have to, bro.
Yeah, he's the guy. You don't lose
because also because of
don't lose your spot to injury.
Yeah, and you got to look at the ladder too. Like, what if Mac Jones starts sucking? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you don't have a Brock. Exactly.
You rather let Brock go back suck.
Exactly.
Go back
to Mac and be straight. But Stafford is really doing his thing right now. That whole team.
That's why I think wins the MVP when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Is Matt Stafford.
I mean, as long as they can keep it up. Like it's still early, but as long as they can keep it up, and he's got a tough schedule, man.
They play Seahawks this week.
They play Seattle, yeah.
Yeah, so that's
with somebody else on the other side of
That's in the conversation too.
In the conversation,
Two guys really, Darnold and JSN.
Did you see that stat line for Darnold? I think he was like 13 of 14 for like 250 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, the Jets gotta be kicking themselves, bro. Worse than the Giants, I would say.
I just remember and I wish my boy Alex was here so I could talk to him. I remember when he was there, they kept being like,
he's a good guy, right?
I kept being like, yo, like every time I watch a Jets game, I'd be like,
fans
yo,
knew he was good.
That's what I'm saying. Like
the fans always said Darnold was good.
It was good. They were like,
always said he was good.
I think that was at that time they had nobody else. Though.
Yeah,
that was the problem. Like
they tried. I think that's when they didn't.
That was the Adam Gase years.
Yeah, that's after Geno Smith experiment.
And Le'Veon Bell like ruined their bank account.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It was just like he had nothing going on there. But I remember us sitting there and just me and him just talking. I'd be like, yeah, but that kid Darnold's got a cannon, though.
Yeah, bro, they always said the
USC guy.
Yeah,
the Jets fans always said he was good, though.
Yeah, and wanna who else used to say that? Mike Francesa used to say it all the time, bro. Mike Francesa, I was like, yo, if Mike Francesa thinks you're good, you got to be somewhat good, bro. Like, this guy's seen a lot of football.
A team that's trying to battle back and get themselves going, which they did, and they're kind of back in the race, is Baltimore. They had a slugfest with Minnesota. Minnesota tried to keep up with them, but Lamar coming back, bringing that consistency back to that team, giving that edge, that never say die mentality. Like they could now. Like listen, the Steelers lost, they won. I think they were a game back behind the Steelers, game or two back behind the Steelers. I might have said they were dead in the water last week, Baltimore, but I slipped my mind that all they have to do is win the division.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As a wild card, maybe they don't make it, but if they can win the division, they're in.
That's a storyline. Like, if you want to watch some exciting football, I guess, in the next few weeks, like, that's a team to follow because Big Trust is back. You know what I'm saying? And he's ready to do something. And just, listen, the Steelers don't slip, as we're watching. Like, they really don't slip. But if they were to, guess who's right there?
All it takes, they have to eventually match up too. So
right, exactly, and they're right there. And like you said, Lamar gives that team just another sense of confidence that that no other quarterback.
Who was the kid that they put in before they put Huntley in?
Oh,
Cooper Rush.
Yeah, Cooper Rush.
I think I was on record saying they shouldn't have did why? If you had Huntley on your team the whole time because he'd been there since he got cut from the Browns.
Yeah,
bro, how is that not your train? He's a guy who led he went to the Pro Bowl leading that team.
He's
in
probably
Lamar's absence.
Cooper Rush is probably just that good in practice.
Probably
in practice
because he can. Cooper Rush can drop dimes. We've seen him in
very small, like come in for 10 plays.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Not a whole game. He's not a whole gamer type of guy. Like he's a preseason guy. He's a coming off the bench.
Emergency.
And I'm sure he's a great film room guy. I'm sure he's a great a clipboard guy, but. Huntley has a little more.
I hate to say it, but he's a great third quarterback.
He's a great third
I've never really said that, but
absolutely.
He's a great third.
I thought he should have never got cut from Dallas.
Yeah, I thought he should have stayed
in Dallas.
For sure.
But I just didn't think he was the right guy at that time. Because if you look at the numbers of Lamar and Huntley, bro, they're both in the top for completion percentage. They're both in the top for quarterback rating. Like, they're efficient quarterbacks. And Cooper Rush was turning the ball over. He was playing timid. He's just that wasn't.
Huntley is just the poor man's Lamar
Jackson.
Like, this doesn't have the X factor.
Yeah.
Like, are you? Can you pull up that division real quick to see where they're at? Because I think the Steelers are pretty. They're pretty.
They're one game back. It's 4-5 for Baltimore, and the Steelers are 5-4.
See, so exactly. So it's like it's right there. And the
Steelers got to play the Bengals. The Bengals are 3-6. So if both of those teams lose a couple games, they could all.
Yeah, and the Bengals think they still have a shot, by the way.
They can still win the division.
They do not feel...
Statistically, they could still win the division.
Yeah, they do not feel scared at all, and I'm going to put this credit to you, CMB, bro.
Joe Flacco.
Joe fucking Flacco.
They got the Unk Bowl 2.0 this week.
Every week, I keep thinking he's going to... I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, he's not going to throw for another 300 yards. Like, 5 weeks in a row. Like, he doesn't even... I think he still probably doesn't know everybody on that team. Like, he's only been there.
Have to.
Yeah. They lost to the Jets. That was a tough game.
They
were off last week, but
that was tough.
I think they're gonna bounce back big again. They put up numbers against the Steelers last time. This time is in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't expect. Unless they came up with a plan to guard number one, which since they didn't have one last time.
Jamar.
I think he had 15 catches that game, some shit like that.
It was nuts.
You know what I mean? So. I think that they have a good chance to, if Baltimore doesn't get there, because I think Baltimore is going to have that momentum. I don't see Cincinnati having a lot of momentum, and their defense is not that good right now.
No.
And Hendrickson's out. Like, that was your best guy. They have no safeties. You know,
Yeah, I think they just put up like 40 points on them, bro.
yeah. So I think I think the Steelers may get that win against the Bengals this weekend.
Yeah.
But speaking of the Steelers, they did not. They are in a must-win situation because now they got Baltimore on their heels. They lost to the Chargers. Chargers are another team that's kind of low-key quiet. You know,
Yeah.
I think they're about 6-4.
They're like the poor man's Rams, and it's funny because they're in the same division, but it's like they kind of built similarly.
They're a
but
team
they
that's.
just-
I think they're just a team that wants to get to playoffs, and they have
Yeah.
a guy who has leadership skills who can get who can be like, listen, I know what it takes to get us there.
Talking about John Harbaugh
John
or
Jim
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, and I think that he's just like trying to get them to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because I always say this, but it's probably a West Coast thing. We don't see enough of them. They don't talk too much about them
Yeah.
out here. But I think the Chargers are. Again, I thought Justin Herbert was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But
I think they're just
they're
in
7-3.
they're the plight of being in a division that is just also
Very
really
good. Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I mean, the Broncos, like, and I mean, last pod I said the Broncos are going to the Super Bowl and they get creamed, but like, I still think they're a good football team, and the Chiefs are also right. Like, they're not going anywhere. Like, they're coming.
No, they're coming.
They're coming.
They're on
Like,
the rise. Right?
exactly. Like, they're on the way, and I think they play the Chargers or they play Denver this week, and
Yeah,
Denver
they
better
Denver.
better watch out because
That's gonna be a good matchup.
yeah, you
That's
know.
a game that can now get the Chiefs a little ahead and start dropping the Broncos down.
Exactly. And you know, I saw a little bit last week from the Broncos what you were saying. Like I saw that like I was like, oh, like they actually can play. They play. It's either like it looks good or it looks really bad.
Broncos?
You know,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Broncos,
yeah.
like it looks good
Yeah.
or it
Scrappy.
looks
They get scrappy wins. They have
bad.
scrappy
Yeah.
losses.
Yeah.
They look dangerous sometimes, but sometimes you're like, yo, teams can walk all
Yeah,
over
walk,
this.
bro. Because
You
they
have a game where
walk.
Cortland Sutton have 5-6 catches.
Yeah.
The next game you have one catch.
but they don't.
Yeah.
They don't have like
That's your top receiver.
they don't have a guy. You
They
know,
have no guys.
Yeah.
as Drake said in that Canadian.
A few good
sitcom,
B's though.
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
good
yeah.
B
A lot of good
guys.
Bs.
A lot of good B team guys.
No guys. I went outside. I seen your guys. They don't look like guys.
No.
I got
On their
guys.
defense, they got guys. Their defense, they got guys.
Yeah, defense for
Offensively,
sure.
I don't know if they got guys.
If they can just get one guy, they'd be fine. But it's too late for that. So they got to do it with the guys they got.
Asante Samuel said this week that he thinks Bo Nix is trash.
Ooh. I think he's not. I don't
I don't think he's
wrong.
trash. I don't think he's trash, but he's not a numbers guy.
I think he should be trying to get his son a job.
Yeah.
He does Steelers practice squad. He's recovering from neck fusion.
Who's that?
Asante Samuel Jr.
Oh, yeah,
Just
yeah.
signed
yeah.
with the Steelers this week.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, but he's recovering from neck fusion.
Yeah, they said if he gets hit the wrong way, he could be paralyzed.
He could be cooked.
Yeah.
But you know, wrestlers, they come back from that stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, if you ever get hit again, you're done.
Yeah.
They come back and they have a long career.
But like we were saying with Atlanta, though, like having like an OC that matches your quarterback, I just
Yeah.
think that Sean Payton likes
Matches
guys
Bo Nix.
like Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Like they work. He's like if Taysom Hill could actually throw the football. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Think about how good Drew Brees was when he was in San Diego,
yeah.
and then he took Drew Brees, and then he like
Turned him into
turned him into one of the most elite
Yeah.
quarterbacks to ever play the game
exactly.
at 5'11".
Exactly.
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like, so I think he's trying to do that, and Bo's a little bigger,
Yeah.
but like he's basically trying to do this. He's like trying to take a little piece of coal and turn it into a diamond.
Yep.
You
And-
know?
and between those three teams, it's about to be a dogfight. And it's again, as much as we weren't talking about the Chiefs in that first half of the season,
Mm-hmm.
it's like it is their time right now. Like they're playing Chiefs football right now. Like
I would love to see them get a big, because I know that sometimes they struggle against Broncos.
Broncos, yeah,
Because Broncos, you know, at least the last couple of years, I think the Broncos might have beat them last year.
yeah, I think so.
But I think that I would like to see them get continue the style they have been playing the last couple of weeks, getting the ball to Rashee Rice 8 times a game.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like their receiving core looks so much better with him back. I know he said it a couple times, but they're a team that you don't.
No, you don't want to see, bro. That's Patrick Mahomes at the end
Yeah,
of the day,
exactly.
bro. What, 2-time
The baby
Super
goat.
Bowl MVP?
Yeah,
Like, come on now.
the
Like,
baby goat over here.
let's be real about that.
Saints got their first win, second win of the season, first win under Tyler Shugg.
Boo.
Texans beat the Jaguars. Now the Jags were a team we were really watching. You know, earlier in the season. We talk about how talented they are. They're starting to get banged up, pretty banged up. Travis is done.
They crumbled, bro.
Yeah, they're crumbling.
They crumbled.
They're crumbling.
Like they crumbled.
Young
Bro. They
squad.
were up by like 17 points. They crumbled, bro. I was
Young
like, there's no way. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah, the Texans came
with a backup quarterback. I was like,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Yeah.
And it's a backup running back.
They're fighting though. They're fighting. They know what people are
Wait,
saying.
didn't one of y'all say that they're gonna get rid of freaking D'Amico Ryans last week?
I said they like firing black coaches.
Yes, that is true. They after a win like that, like you can't fire this man. Bro. He can get who was their quarterback? It's not
Davis Mills.
Mills. If Davis Mills and that running back who no one knows what his name is can come back.
Woody Marks, bro.
Yeah, Marks.
We know
bro.
Woody Marks went to USC.
Yeah,
we love Woody Marks.
If Woody Marks and Davis Mills can come back from like I don't know how many 17 points down, I think that quarterback.
Quick note: that's your waiver wire pickup for this week, Woody Marks. If you have an
yeah.
opportunity, grab Woody Marks.
Like that's something that's a D'Amico Ryan. Like I love seeing. I was like D'Amico, hats off to you, bro. You ruined my pick'em, but hats off to you.
Now, again, we always say division games get like that.
Yeah.
You never know who's going to win. There are no guaranteed wins in this league, no matter what the records are.
Yeah.
The big thing of note people were talking about this week is Travis Hunter being done for the year. He got injured in practice. I don't know which side of the ball he was in. He could have just been running around doing whatever, but he ends up getting hurt. He's done for the year. People are saying, look, this is what the NFL does to your body, and if you're playing both sides of the ball, it's going to happen. You're getting twice as much wear and tear. Now, is it time that he just picks a side? Obviously, probably end up being a receiver. He was doing pretty good. But does he pick a side, or do you try him out, let him come back, try it again next year?
I say keep going because I don't really feel like he was playing that much both sides. Like I think
No, he wasn't really. I thought it was pretty even.
Pretty even, and like he was only coming on defense in certain, like you know what I'm saying. It wasn't like
like a little later in the game, like when the guys start working.
It wasn't like he was out there every play, like working. Like so, I feel
I'll give
like
it one more year. Me personally,
yeah,
I'll give it one more year. And then once he knows what the NFL's like, he knows how to prepare his body in the off season.
And that's something
full off season that makes a difference.
That's something that Roddy White said in his interview on the FM 680 FM in Atlanta. That's something he did say is as rookies, he was like, I don't care that you're playing professional football. You're not a professional football player yet as a rookie because you have no idea what it takes to be a professional football player because you've never went through a full season.
He's never done it yet.
So it's like it's tough to say. So that's why, like you said, give him another year to where he understands what professional football is supposed to be and allow him to cater his workouts, cater the way he does stuff.
Diet, everything.
Exactly, to make sure that he can last and play his best football. So I'm here for that.
Absolutely.
But the Jags, they need to pick it up this week because their road doesn't get there. That's a team, that's a division where it doesn't get any easier.
No.
So if they want to get to the playoffs and keep it moving and keep this season alive, they got to do something big time because they're not going to beat the Colts. So they got
the Chargers this week.
Yeah, which is going to be a tough one.
Very tough one.
They got to stay alive.
Seahawks, Cardinals.
Yeah.
Seahawks, again, dominant victory in a divisional matchup. They look like everything you want in a football team.
Yeah.
I really can't say much more. Defensively, special teams, offensively, they got two running backs, but it's really JSN who jumps off the screen all the time. And if anybody decides they want to guard him,
best of luck.
Best of luck.
Best of luck.
He's getting over the top every time, and Darnold's doing a tremendous job running that offense.
He just throws freaking darts, and like JSN just runs to where the spot is. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
I did not have high expectations for Darnold this season. After I was like, oh man, he played really good in that Minnesota offense. He had Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
and even though JSN had a good year last year with Geno, like I didn't know he was like. It's like he's making JSN look like Justin Jefferson.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you gotta love it.
Yeah, I mean, and the running backs are still good. Like they have a whole stable of guys. Like Kenneth Walker, obviously the main one, but Charbonnet is still good.
I like Charbonnet. I like Charbonnet.
And their number twos aren't too bad. Like I know Horton didn't play last week, but he's pretty good.
But now they got Rashid.
They just got Shaheed there. He's good. And when Kupp comes back, they'll be all right.
And they figure it out together.
And then the defense, what are they calling it? Like, are they calling it like the? Is that
the Legion of
Legion of whom? Yeah, not Legion of Doom. Legion of
I don't even know who it is, but they're balling.
And they're balling.
They're balling. They got some good players though. They got some good players on their team.
They definitely do. I mean, Quentin Williams being the not Quentin Williams. Leonard Williams being like the main one, ex-Giant. But
and their D-backs are good.
Yeah, the D-backs are good. They just putting together. But like you said, they just are playing just great football. They're fun to. They're like if you haven't watched it, go back and watch the replays. They're a fun team,
that Rams
bro.
game this weekend. Seahawks,
about to
Rams, is gonna be
be
a good game.
Crazy.
That's gonna be a fire game. Fire game.
2 slingers, bro.
You got listen. The NFC West. I mentioned it before. Seahawks 7-2. Rams 7-2. 49ers 6-4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
And a scrappy Cardinals team that I know they keep losing, but if someone's got to lose.
There's still victories.
Yeah,
from you, they'll still wins from you.
Exactly. So that's gonna be a good one.
Lions Commanders. Dan Campbell took over the play calling.
Yep.
And it worked.
Yep.
He was like, get the ball to my guys, Amon-Ra. I mean, they had been getting the ball Amon-Ra, but they had been struggling to get the ball to J-Mo.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're getting the ball to J-Mo.
And the other kid,
who's that?
the other
Montgomery?
Montgomery got, but what's the other guy's name? The other receiver out there. Everyone I think had like 5 catches.
Oh, Tesla?
Not Tesla. Was it Reynolds?
They do have Reynolds.
Is that his name?
Raymond.
Raymond.
Yeah,
Everyone was getting
Raymond.
the ball, bro. It just
Raymond
was.
and Tesla, yeah.
Yeah, Tesla. Like they were just that, and that's how they. And as a team that has that much talent, that's how it should be. That's
how they feel. That's how he felt. And
absolutely.
He was like, look, I'm not trying to demote the offensive coordinator. I'm just trying to get a spark.
You want to know what it looked like? It looked like what you said. It looked like they finally were not trying to hit home runs every time they.
Yeah, they were just trying to.
They
Boop,
just were
boop,
trying to
boop,
move
boop,
the football
boom.
down the field.
It's not every player doesn't have to be boom. Everybody's like boop, boop, boop.
Yep.
Boop. Like then you go like.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got to build up to it.
Yep.
You don't have to go to. It's not Ben Johnson offense.
No.
Get it touchdown.
What did Marcus do? How did Marcus play?
Marcus
CMB's boy, yeah. That's not too bad of a
16
game.
for 22, 213, 2 touchdowns.
That's not bad. That's not
It's
bad.
a backup.
That's not bad. That's not bad. You're right. That's not bad. That's not bad.
As a
you want.
backup,
That's what you want.
your number one receiver's out.
Yeah.
Debo's not really a traditional like number one receiver. They had Treylon Burks.
I don't think Terry McLaurin's ever coming back.
I don't know. He doesn't seem like he's coming back this year.
I'm just saying, like, I think even next year when he is back and healthy, he's still
I
not
don't
going
know.
to be.
Didn't they just pay him?
They did, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think they paid the wrong guy.
Oh,
You know?
I don't think they paid the wrong guy. Just
You know,
they don't have a really good.
Think?
Their football team is not as good as they were last year.
Exactly.
I think it's simple as that.
a lot of Atlanta people are saying it's Dan Quinn. They say he's a horrible coach. I personally like Dan
I mean,
Quinn.
he's obviously not the guy.
But-
I don't think he's the long term answer for them. They got Cliff Kingsbury waiting in the wings. I don't know. I don't know if he becomes the guy.
Is he
but-
an HC though?
I mean, he proved that he's not.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's learned a lot since then.
Yeah, be like Spags, like just be like I'm a
Oh,
coordinator.
Spags. That's who the
Yeah.
Giants. That's
I'm a
who the Giants should bring
Yeah.
in.
Some of these guys are just
Spags,
coordinators, bro.
Is that coordinator? Like you need coordinator legends.
Yeah. You
Stop-
need- yeah, you
stop-
do need-
stop climbers.
Yeah,
I
can
don't
we
need
s-
guys who want to be head coaches.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need rock star coordinators to come back, bro. The Ryans of the world, bro.
Yeah.
Like we need
Yeah.
we need these guys to just be like, what was the guy? Greg Williams.
Yeah.
What's his name? The
Throw bounties on.
Yeah,
them.
not everybody. Not everybody needs to be a head. It's like Schottenheimer,
Yeah.
right? Like I don't think Shoddy should be the coach of the Giants. I mean,
No.
of the Cowboys. You know what I mean? Like I love him as a coordinator. He's been around for a while. His dad was great.
yeah.
It's like, bro, you're not a head coach. You're not a
Yeah.
head coach. You're not a head coach. You're
Yeah.
not a head coach. You're not.
Some of y'all are just rock star coordinators, and it's
Yeah.
cool. We love that.
Yes,
Josh
they-
McDaniels.
love the North
Josh
Turners.
McDaniels is the
Yeah.
perfect example.
Yeah.
He's not a head coach, but he's the best offensive coordinator there is.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We love y'all. We gotta give y'all chains.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Pay them more. Pay them,
them more,
Yeah.
pay them more.
A couple more games left. Dolphins versus Bills. Dolphins somehow whoop on the Bills. They didn't just beat them; they whooped on them. Bills, you can't lose games like that. It's a divisional game. I get it, but you are trying to cement yourself as one of the top contenders in the AFC. You're not quite looking like it this year.
They just don't have. Again, there's another situation where they don't have the guys.
They're not a loaded, talented team,
Yeah.
but they have one of the best players in the game,
Yes,
and that's what
true.
they're relying on. But you need a little bit more talent.
Yeah.
You need, these good receivers. I wouldn't say, I forget who I said it about a couple of minutes ago, but I said they had a bunch of good, really B team players. Well, this team has a bunch of really good C team players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not like the Chiefs, where the Chiefs have like you have Rashee Rice, you got Hollywood Brown, you got explosive guys.
Yeah.
Like they don't got that.
They're just not. They're also like whoever the GM is there. They're not drafting too well, bro.
Bean.
Like they're really not drafting too well. They don't.
Keon Coleman, like that's
Womp
supposed
womp.
to be your guy. I don't think
Womp
he's the
womp.
guy.
Shakir is okay.
like, he's
Womp
okay,
womp.
but he's not a number. He's the number one receiver, and he's not a
Yeah.
number one receiver.
Like they're good at getting like D linemen, I guess.
Yeah, their defense
Like,
is loaded.
they're good at but and then some of those are free agents, but like they just they're not good at identifying like I mean I got James Cook, thank God, but like he's like the only one that they've
Josh Allen, James
drafted.
Cook.
Like that's the only one that they've drafted though that has looked like some sort of offensive weapon. You know what I'm saying? Like if they don't go into the draft this year, because I mean unless
You think people don't want to play with Josh Allen or something?
I feel like that's a thing. Much like Lamar, it's like some guys just don't like playing with these guys because they're not going to
They're like,
consistently
he's
get
gonna
the
run.
ball.
He can throw me the ball, but he's gonna run.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm running a go route, but why am I really running this? Because he's probably just going to run the shit.
Should the
But
Bills trade for AJ Brown next year?
it's not a bad look. It's not a bad
Speaking
look.
of AJ
Great
Brown, do you feel? I mean, Eagles narrowly beat the Packers in a kind of weird game. 10-7 was the final score. Very weird game. You could call it a defensive matchup if you want. I think it was just two struggling offenses.
Yeah, just was struggling. Bro.
I don't think the defenses were even playing lights out like that. But is AJ Brown's frustration are his frustrations justified? You think?
Yeah, but after watching that press conference, I kind of understand him a little bit more now.
Yeah, me too.
I think he's just like kind of like us.
We're
where we
winning,
joke
but we're
about,
ass.
Yeah, exactly.
We're winning, but we're ass.
and we're-
Why do you guys keep acting like we're not ass
Yeah.
when we are
Yeah.
ass?
And like his way of coping with the shit is to like joke about it.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
what he said.
saying?
That's what he
And it's
said.
like, oh, is that what he said?
He said when the viral clip from him on Twitch talking to his boy, the gamer,
Yeah.
he was just saying like he was like, man, I'm just trying to make fun of the situation. He's like, I really don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
He's like, but I have to say stuff like that. I'm just talking to my friend. Like you got to think of that like a private moment that's just like public. He's like,
Yeah.
that's just how I'm talking to my friend. Like,
Because I mean, how like you got to get through it somehow. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
And,
laugh at your pain.
yeah.
You gotta laugh at your pain.
But they are in a interesting predicament right now because
Mhm.
that offense it does not see they got no 93 octane in there. They got no
Exactly though.
they got no
And
Castro.
that's all he's trying to say. He's like, yo, the
Like-
offense we're struggling and we're not gonna win another championship.
But I think though it's Saquon.
But how can't you just get the guy the ball though?
Who?
AJ Brown.
Oh. I understand that.
It's
I mean,
not like they have like three other elite receivers. They have
He-
one other elite.
he's
receiver.
getting the ball to Smith.
In order,
That's his boy.
but in order to get him the ball, like remember how he looked.
What if
with
him and AJ are
Tennessee?
just not boys anymore?
Oh, most of his big plays, he was catching the ball 20, 30 yards down the field.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, you got to get him the ball 20, 30 yards.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts do that.
He's not right now.
Devontae,
Especially when there's no play
In
catches,
the
action.
Super Bowl, they made it look easy.
Devontae
but-
catches an under and he takes that shit
Right.
He takes
80
it, yeah.
yards.
But I'm just saying, there's no like they
That's his
can't even
game, though.
fake run. They can't even do the action fakes anymore because freaking Saquon can't do shit. You know, but like I never like I don't understand, bro. This is what been our problem with the guy Saquon is just like you get 1 year where he looks like the best running back in the world, and the next year he either gets hurt or he doesn't look that good, and it's like, bro, what is going on, dog? Like,
That's why looking at his stats, it's like
yeah, it's so
he doesn't really like make your jaw drop when
No.
you compare him to greats.
he's got the
Listen,
one.
They don't look like a 7-2 team right now.
No, they don't.
And they got Detroit coming in this weekend.
Their benefit of the doubt is that the other teams are really bad. Like the
Yeah,
Giants are not
yeah,
good.
yeah.
The Washington has been hurt.
Commanders, yeah.
They'll win the division, but
Yeah.
what are they gonna do after that?
Exactly.
They're not looking like how last year around this time we were like, damn, who's
They're
gonna
dangerous,
stop them? Who's
yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
stop them? Now it's like they're stopping themselves,
Yeah.
They got figured out a little bit.
Yeah.
you know. But listen, do you think that they're still a top team? We don't know, but let's talk about who we think are some of our top teams. You want to go top 5, top 10? What do you got?
Yeah, I'm into it right now. I mean, Seattle, that's like my number one right now.
Yeah, I would
Like,
agree with that.
that's a team
that's
that you-
why I would put one.
Yeah, you do not want to see those boys, bro. They can ball out a little bit. Indiana, I kind of want to hate on them, but I can't. So, I'll give them number 2 off of like just because.
You got to.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
because you kind of have to.
I'd say the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams probably
Rams
number
up there.
3. Rams probably number 3. I want to go AFC though.
What about Patriots?
Patriots,
the
I would say
Patriots are
3.
there.
I would say Patriots 3.
Yeah,
I was-
Patriots
I
are
would
above
say-
the Rams.
I would say Seahawks. I think the Rams are better than the Colts.
Yeah,
I think Jonathan Taylor's having a generational run, but I think
I don't know.
Rams are pretty good, bro.
Because Colts are fucking young. like-
Yeah.
Yeah, but you just saw even with that Atlanta game with the Colts, like if you can stop Jonathan Taylor, if you can get to Daniel Jones, like not if you like, because you're not gonna stop Jonathan Taylor, but if you can stop Daniel Jones, like you have a shot of winning that game because they
Yeah,
don't
you
have a
could beat
baller
them.
at receiver.
I saw from the Atlanta game. I'm like, oh, they're beatable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a week ago, I was like, people were like, oh, if they play the Patriots, they'll beat. And I'm like, I don't know now.
Yeah,
I think the Patriots and the Colts will have a pretty good matchup. Right?
yeah. So Seahawks,
I'll say Seahawks 1 for me.
Pats.
Pats 3 for me.
Okay.
Colts 2.
Colts 2.
Seahawks, Colts, Pats, Rams. 5. 5 is probably very arguable. A lot of people could say Denver. I know you like Denver.
Yeah.
You could say Detroit. You could say the Bucs maybe.
I would say Detroit there.
Bucs are on a downslope right now though.
Yeah, I would. They keep getting hurt. I would say Detroit though for sure. Actually, for number 5. I know like people want to say.
No,
I just think if Detroit. I think if Detroit went against Denver,
yeah,
that I was gonna say
a healthy Denver, it'd be tough. But Denver right now, I would say give me Detroit.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
give me Detroit at number 5.
Absolutely.
Because they're trending up.
Yeah, and I also don't think that Denver's a team that can play from behind. There's certain teams that we see that just don't know how to play.
Unless they're playing a bad team.
Right, unless they're playing a bad team.
If they're playing a good team, I don't
Actually,
think,
and I say
like
that,
their chances.
and then 2 weeks ago they came back from like 20 points down, but still,
Yeah, but they played a bad team.
that's true. That's true.
That's my point.
That's
What
true.
about you, CM?
For what?
Your top 5.
No,
I think that was
totally.
Agree with that.
Yeah, that was
Agree with that.
exactly it. That was
Yeah.
exactly it. I just don't know if I would have Seahawks 1.
No, bro. Have you
Who
been
would you have?
watching
Who
them?
would you have 1?
No.
Indy?
Yeah, probably Indy.
I just like.
I feel like they could do anything that Indy could do. They
I
just
watched a
they don't
couple
have
Indy
a
games.
flashier running back.
Exactly.
I watched a
That's
couple of those
the
Indy
only
games.
difference.
But
Daniel
their
Jones
receivers
looks
are
good, but the
better.
Receivers
Receivers
is like,
on Seahawks. Well, JSN is playing better
Yeah.
than Pittman or
Yeah.
you
the
know.
reason why.
But their receivers are good too.
Yeah.
Downs, Pierce, Pittman.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Warren.
the reason why like Daniel Jones kind of
They have
has
a
these
complete
yards
offense,
is because of
complete offense.
Downs and Pierce.
They have a complete offense, bro.
Yeah,
Complete offense. 3 wide receivers, tight end, running back,
yeah,
offensive line, quarterback,
Yeah.
defense. They got a complete team.
yeah. I just feel like they're stoppable.
They
After
are
watching
stoppable.
them, they're stoppable. I where
But they also
Seahawks, I
they
don't
also
feel
could go on a run.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to jump into a little 7-on-7?
Yeah, we can do the 7-on-7 real quick. We'll do an express 7-on. This is a 7-on-7 express.
Let's get it.
You know who you're with. You're with your boy,
Rocking with your boy.
the number 1 Atlanta Falcons fan here. And you know what? We're gonna put them first on the list for the 7-on-7. They are playing the Carolina Panthers. And here's the thing. This is probably most of you probably like, oh, this is a fucking dumpster fire of a game. Like we got a 3-win
Didn't
team
end up
against
that
the
way
Falcons.
last time.
But it did not end up that way the last time. And I just think this is a very important game for Atlanta, and they're playing at home. So I think you're going to see when they play at home, they always put up numbers. I think they're like, it doesn't matter what their record is at home, but I think their stats at home is like a top 10 in the league.
Mhm.
So just look forward to Atlanta to bounce back after this Indianapolis Colts loss. That defense is for real. Jalen Walker is something else. You want to watch something fun in these next couple of days? Watch the Jalen Walker mic'd up. It is nuts. He really does remind me of like a young James Harrison, and I'm saying that with all due respect because like they are very similar. Number 2, and I got Atlanta over Carolina. Number 2 on the 7-on-7, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Buffalo Bills. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have not lost back-to-back games this entire season. In all 10 weeks, they have not lost back-to-back games. But this week, I feel like they're about to do that because the Buffalo Bills, they're going to Buffalo to play. It's cold weather.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's getting crispy up here in the north. You know, it's getting crispy up
A
here.
little crispy.
And Tampa, they're not used to that cold weather. You know what I'm saying? So they're coming up here. They're going to play, or up here. They're going even north of here to go play in Buffalo. And even though they haven't lost back-to-back games, that team has been on the downtrend. They've been getting injuries. They don't really have a number 1 wide receiver right now that they're really turning to. Their running backs are a little iffy. The defense, like the scheme is scheming, but they still are just having a hard time. And Buffalo, they really need one. Because if they lose another game after the way they lost to the Miami Dolphins,
Mhm.
is going to be a problem for that team. And I just think that's another squad that hasn't lost back-to-back games. And I think if I'm going to put my money on someone, it's going to be the Buffalo Bills. All right, so for game 3, we have the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I've been kind of glazing the Jaguars this entire year. It's just the way it is, bro. I don't know why. That team has just been like, I don't even watch them that much. I just like I watch their highlights. I watch a couple of games, and I just feel like they have the DNA of a team that you just want to root for, right? They're the underdog almost every week, even though they win. And, you know, even though they can't win the division, you kind of want to see them like get to this point where they can get back to the playoffs and make a stand. But you know what? They're going against the LA Chargers, and that team's just got way too many pass catchers. That team's got a monster at quarterback. That defense is good. It's going to be, and they got Jim Harbaugh back there leading the guys, and they're prepared and ready every single week like a well-oiled machine. So I got the Chargers over the Jags for Game 3 of the 7-on-7. Game 4 of the 7-on-7. Now remember, guys, this is not a pick'em situation. This is not a situation where you want to choose the 7-on-7 because you want to win your pick'em league or be the best. I'm choosing the best games to watch. The best games to watch during the Week 11 of the NFL season. The best game that you want to watch. I'm choosing the winners, but these are the best games you want to watch. And for Game 4, you're going to want to watch the Seattle Seahawks play the LA Rams. We talked about this already in the segment before. I don't have to go into all the details, but we definitely know that the Seattle Seahawks, I just put them at number 1 on the list for the best team in the NFL. The Rams are up there. Did we put the Rams in that top 5? Yeah, we did. Yes. Put Rams at number 3, I think, or number 4. They're up there. You know what? And is this the first time? I think this might be is this their first time playing? Can you check on that for me?
Seattle and
yeah,
I believe so.
I think it might be their second time playing.
I believe this is the first time playing this year.
This is their first time playing. Well, they're going down to LA. They both have MVP guys on each team, and I'm gonna say, as much as I like the Seattle Seahawks, I got the LA Rams in this just for the home field advantage. I'm taking that. I like Stafford. I like what he's doing there. I like the receivers. I like the coach. Even though I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, high-flying game, 2 ballers, 2 slingers, and 2 really good defenses there. So for Game 4, we got the Rams over the Seattle Seahawks. For Game 5, we have San Francisco versus the Arizona Cardinals. Why is this one so important, and why is it on the 7-on-7 for Game 5? It's because it is an in-division game, which we always know is going to be crazy, just like the Seattle Seahawks versus the LA Rams. It's another in-division game, and those always get wild. But these 3 teams, the Seattle Seahawks, the 49ers, and the LA Rams, they're fighting for the top of that division. That's what I said last week, too. And every week that they play each other, it is a must-watch game. I don't care that the Arizona Cardinals are 3 and whatever the heck they are. They're going to play the San Francisco 49ers.
Tough.
Very, very tough. And they're playing at home. But San Francisco 49ers are going to edge out the Arizona Cardinals. So watch out for that game for the Game 5 of the 7-on-7. Game 6 of the 7-on-7 is the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Denver Broncos. We were just talking about this, too, in the earlier segment. The Chiefs are a-coming. The Chiefs are a-coming. They are a train going up that hill, and they are about to hit the peak. They are about to hit the peak, and the rest of the NFL better watch out because we were all disrespecting the Kansas City Chiefs. We're all disrespecting Patrick Mahomes. We're all disrespecting Isaiah Pacheco. We're all disrespecting Mr. Swift. You know what I'm saying? We all know who Mr. Swift is. But you know what? This team is here, and they're ready to play, and they're going to go into Denver, and they're going to stomp them. I'm telling you, this is about to be a stomping.
Okay.
Kansas City Chiefs are probably going to win by like 14 points, over 14 points. I don't know what the spread is, but watch out for these Kansas City Chiefs. They're coming for a vengeance. And for the last game of the 7-on-7, the 7th game of the 7-on-7, we have the Detroit Lions versus the Philadelphia Eagles. That is a very important game because we just talked about how the Philadelphia Eagles are at the top of their division. We just talked about that. We talked about how their offense is middling. We talked about that. And we just talked about how Dan Campbell just took over the play calling in Detroit. And we talked about how he's diming it up.
Yes.
And about how their offense is looking nice.
You're looking great.
You know what I'm saying? And if the Philadelphia Eagles don't watch out, they could get a spanking. They could get a real.
I think they might. I think they need one too.
I think they need one too. We just watched.
They need one.
We just watched Detroit go against the Washington Commanders.
I think they need that same treatment.
They need that.
They need a whooping.
They need a whooping.
They need 40 put on them.
Exactly.
Lose by like 20.
Exactly.
And they need to go back and be like, oh, maybe AJ was right.
Yep. And I think that Jared Goff, J-Mo, Montgomery, Gibbs, Tesla, Raymond, I think that whole team is ready to come in there and put 40 up. Laporta, they're ready to put 40 up. They're ready to put 40 up. Hutch, he's hunting. Hutch out there, they're ready to go, man. And I'm telling you, watch out for this. Philadelphia, you better watch out, man. If you don't watch out, the Dallas Cowboys are going to come and take that division from you.
I haven't heard much about. I know they had off last week, but
you know what I'm saying?
You never know.
The Dallas Cowboys are ready to play, man.
If they implode, they'd have to really implode, though.
Who?
The Eagles.
Listen, this can be the type of whooping that can make a team implode, man. If they get 40 put up on them and they can't put up 10 points,
you might be right.
This could be the type of whooping, and Dan Campbell likes to hand it out. Dan Campbell looks like he deserves to be in the WWE. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. This type of SmackDown he's been waiting for.
I can see that. I can
You
see
know?
that. I can
We
see
just
that.
going to watch it. That's going to wrap up your 7 on 7, y'all. Take a look. Watch out for them.
We love it. Let's jump into a quick little college football recap. We'll start with some unranked action. Our beloved Rutgers Scarlet Knights got a W.
Yes, sir.
CMB and I went to the game. That was probably the best. That was the best Rutgers game I've been to in a long time.
Oh, let's go.
Malcolm
Like-
said that the only reason why they won is because
'Cause you-
Virgo was.
Well, you weren't there, bro. You weren't there.
They wanted to
Like-
see me disappointed.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, Berg's not here. We got to win."
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like,
So they could watch from a country away.
bro, listen. All I know is they did everything that we thought they were capable of doing. They brave. And I don't know if Maryland's like a middle of the road team too,
Yeah.
like us. But like again, okay, that was like okay, maybe they're not a good team. We're not a good team either. So us playing good against them really mattered. But they got the ball to Duff. They got the ball to Strong.
Yeah.
The ball to Chef. They run. Raymond had the game of his life.
Yeah, that's what I really wanted to
Had a
see.
game
I
of
was
his
watching
life,
this. I
bro.
did not see that 240 yards, bro.
Yeah, bro. Every time he touched the ball, he was getting yards. Like,
Ran, bro.
you know what I'm saying? Defense was making stops. Defense was doing a good job. Like everything. This was one of the best games. It was kind of quiet in there, like, but the fans started like picking up after a while. But it was a good game.
That was gonna be my question. What the defense looked like?
Defense would look pretty good. You know, but, obviously it sucks that we can't play like this. Obviously they still are missing, like not missing tackles, but like the guy gets like 12 yards.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah.
There's like 3 dudes on the defense
Like,
who everybody knows like they're
First play of the
good.
game, the quarterback.
Everybody else is just holding on for dear
Yeah,
life.
the quarterback was going crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
running around, right?
Yeah, he was just running around crazy.
Yeah.
But they did drop his ass one time.
Yeah.
Like, as I was like, yo, you gotta hit him one good time. Then they did. They like
They
picked him up,
dropped him,
like,
yeah.
scoop
Well,
slammed him.
well, this is crucial for them. They needed to win that game.
Yeah, they qualified for a bowl, I think.
No, they got to win one more.
Well,
And it's
then-
crucial
then we're
because-
probably not going to a bowl game then.
Well, they got 2 games now.
They
They got
Ohio State
OSU
and Penn State.
and Penn State.
They could maybe
State
beat
is-
Penn State.
And that's what I'm saying. So Ohio State clearly no chance, right? But Penn State's got to come to New Jersey. They got no head coach. I know they got ballers.
There's a chance. There's a chance to.
and they need one game. And it's like if you got one game left for the rest of your career, if you don't win this game, you got no other games left.
You want to know what would be the smartest strategy?
What's that?
Forfeit the Ohio State game because you know you're not going to win.
Just
Forfeit that and then have an extra bye week because I think they have a bye week this week.
yeah.
Then you have another bye week. And they just focus all on Penn State
Stay
and
healthy.
then just beat Penn State.
Listen,
Obviously, that's never going to happen, but
I feel like
in my mind, that would be a pretty good
I
strategy.
feel like if their first win against Penn State would be this year with their team being kind of trash, just to get to another
be
bowl
great.
game
That'd
to get
be-
to 3 in a row. Like
I hope we go to that game because
know,
that will
I know.
be electric.
I'm trying to figure that out. We'll see what we can do for that one. And just a quick 2 cents on this so that we don't go too far.
Yeah.
I hope that Calic been balling. That's
Yes.
the first thing. Even though this is probably his last year, he's been balling, so we appreciate you, Calic. I hope Raymond stays. You know what I'm saying? I know he's really good. I hope he stays for another
Somebody
year.
might throw a bag of money
I
at him.
know. Oh, he needs
Even our receivers too. Like
Yeah.
we were talking about.
he needs a
What's the
bag.
young guy Duff?
Stuff.
Yeah.
We're like
Duff can
somebody could
stay.
throw a bag at him and
Yeah.
just dip.
If Raymond can stay, and I have here Strong and Duff, if they can stay, one of them is going to go. But if at least
think
one of them can
Strong-
stay,
I think he might live.
Yeah.
Strong may go to the league.
yeah, I
go
know
to
they're
the
saying
league.
he's one of the best contested
might
ball
go to the league.
catchers of all time, bro.
Yeah.
Not of all time, but in NCAA right now. So that's what I'm really looking
Corners were
forward to.
trying to give them problems. They kept trying to throw them on the floor and shit.
Yeah.
Like we were like, why you
But
letting
they
them?
were trying to
I mean,
fight Duff and Strong.
They're 6'5".
Mainly
Yeah,
Duff.
the corners, but the corners were like 5'10".
And Duff
and they
really
were-
wasn't doing much.
Nah, he
Like,
was just
like,
letting the dude
walking
throw him on
away.
the floor and
Yeah.
shit.
But
He was just getting up like he wasn't
because,
there.
Bro, Shiano would go
Yeah, he
off.
would go
yeah,
nuts.
If
bro.
you got a
penalty?
15-yard penalty, you're
Benched.
out.
But
Done.
like the
Done.
corner's like standing behind him as he gets up, like off, like flexing. And shit.
Yeah.
He just like ignores him, like he's not even there.
3 touchdowns. They got those corners got put on their heads.
Yeah,
yo.
they did. They
Like,
did.
come on now.
They
So,
did.
But we love that. Rutgers, you don't even have to tune into them next week. You already know what's going to happen. So,
If you like Ohio State, you can turn.
yeah.
Indiana. Did you see that Indiana game?
I did see that fourth quarter.
They almost was that was Penn State, right?
Yeah, it was Penn
Penn
State.
State has been they gave Ohio State a tough little run. They gave Indiana a tough little run. So that's what I'm saying. Like they could be a challenge coming to Rutgers.
Yeah, absolutely.
It could be a problem. But if Rutgers is on their A game, they beat them.
Yeah, like you said, there's something in the water in Indiana.
Indiana, listen,
Something is in the water in Indiana.
they're still rolling. They're gonna, like I said, they're probably gonna end up having to play Ohio State for the Big Ten championship,
Mhm.
and I'll be sitting not front row, but in front of a TV to watch.
Front couch.
But some quick little losses. BYU lost to Texas Tech. Texas Tech pretty good all year, flying under the radar. At least from my purview. Oregon, they played Iowa. Iowa's tough. I knew Iowa played them tough.
Yeah.
Listen, we played both those teams. We talked about it. But they didn't against Iowa. Oregon didn't look like how they looked against us. Like they were running all over the place. Vandy survives Auburn. UVA, they lost to Wake Forest. Louisville, they lost to Cal. They just played tonight, didn't they? Did they win that game? Louisville? Were they playing? Clemson. But yeah, some of the top dogs that continue to have wins: Ohio State, Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, all got wins. Some big games this weekend. Two big games I'm watching: Oklahoma at Alabama, number 11 Oklahoma at number 4 Alabama, and number 10 Texas at number 5 Georgia. Now, for those the higher ranked teams in that, or the lower ranked, however you want to look at it, Oklahoma and Texas, these could be games that potentially knock them out of a little bit of the stand. It could be their third loss for both of them. But how will the college football playoff crew look at those losses when they're to Alabama or Georgia?
What I do know is that Texas needs to understand that playing Georgia in Atlanta.
Welcome to the SEC, boy. This is what you wanted.
When they play in that freaking stadium, bro, they do not mess around, bro.
Athens, I've been there when I was younger, bro. It's like one of those places, like everything there is UGA.
Yeah. They go nuts, man. Everything. They go nuts. Literally, Jalen Walker is on the sidelines of the Falcons barking, bro. He watch that mic'd up, bro. It's hilarious.
Yeah. The dogs.
Yep.
But yeah, quick little update on where the college football rankings sit right now. Ohio State 1, Indiana 2, Texas A&M 3, Alabama 4, Georgia 5, Texas Tech 6, Ole Miss 7, Oregon 8, Notre Dame number 9, Texas 10, Oklahoma 11, and Brigham Young bringing up the rear at number 12. Those would be if the playoffs start today, those would be your teams. We're sitting right on the cusp are Utah, Vanderbilt, Miami. They have a chance to get back in if they can win out.
Let Bockheimer cook.
Yeah. Listen, I would love nothing more than to see BYU in that playoff.
Yeah.
I always think BYU is like one of those programs that they're able to put out in football, basketball, and I'm sure other sports. Every year they put out competitive teams. They have really good athletes. And, I think it's always good to show. And they got to go on missions and do the whole Mormon aspect of the whole thing, too.
Yeah.
So be able to handle the responsibilities of doing that and being a football team. And sometimes people say, like, they get a little more mature guys there. So it always leads to success. They got God on their side. So when you got God on your side, how can you fail?
Like the Crusades.
Let's not get started on that. Not today. Not this episode. Just some quick other sports updates. MLB. We didn't even mention the Dodgers the last couple of weeks, so let's give take our hats off to the Dodgers for winning the World Series again. Of course, they did. They have
the largest budget.
Yeah, they got $7 billion worth of people on their team. They got about 10 of the best baseball players to ever play baseball on their team.
Yep.
And it's like it's like the Yankees, like same thing. And the Yankees don't even do this anymore.
Nope.
But you guys, hey, it works. It worked for you, and it's working for the Dodgers. They were using the same strategy. Pay the best guys, bring them to your city. They're going to love it. They're going to have a good time. They win championships. So, listen, Judge did win AL MVP.
Yep.
Was that his first AL MVP?
Second.
I know Shohei won his fourth.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shohei. But yeah, NBA. Any early season things?
It's really so the NBA Cup started today.
Yes.
And I feel
It
like
didn't start today, but they're playing today.
They're playing tonight, and it started like a couple days ago. And it's just funny because like it almost feels like the first 15 games of the season feels like week 1, right? Of like the NFL.
Yes.
It's like
you
can't watch one game and be like, we know what this team is like. So like you get like a chunk of basketball, and you really look at them and you say, okay, I see what's going on here. Yeah. And we know we got Knicks fans and Lakers fans here, so we can start with those teams right there. The Knicks just won in the last 8 games, they've been 7-1, and that team looks completely different.
They beat some good teams.
They put up 140 tonight.
They put up 140 tonight without Jalen Brunson.
They let up 132, but
but that was
dropped 140. 140 still impressive.
That was gonna be my point last week
in regulation.
That was gonna be my point last week with the Knicks. Is like I love how they're playing offense, but I just wonder if Mike Brown can coach that defense.
Same thing with the Lakers. Lakers have the same problem.
Yeah. But what I will say, they look like a completely different team. OG Anunoby looks like a basketball player I never thought he could ever be.
Can he
And
stay consistent? You know him.
yeah.
He can go from being a 20-point in that guy to a 10-point.
Yeah, but I think the fact that they're switching people out so often makes it
Well, they have
possible
depth.
for them to
They have
play
the
really
depth.
nicely.
and you need that.
Yeah. So if they won tonight, that means that they're 8-1 in the last 9 games. So they're really balling out there, really making basketball fun again. They're swinging the basketball around the court. They're playing good team basketball, and I really like what they're doing.
How do we feel about the in-season tournament though? At this point, we're 2 years into it. You know, I think the Lakers won the first year. I think the Bucs won last year.
They go viral for the courts being annoying to have on your TV and hard to be difficult to watch. And it's pointless. Everybody's like, who benefits? The players get this little bonus. But
you get a money.
It's not like you get better basketball.
No.
Did they implement, like, I know they talked about, like, if you win that, you get a guaranteed playoff spot. Did they implement that? 'Cause
No.
I think that'd be a great.
They didn't.
Stupid. It's all stupid.
There's
It's
nothing to really win
It's
for it where
childish.
it benefits the fans other than because it's not like we're getting extra basketball.
literally-
Let me watch them play the best teams in Europe right now.
Yeah.
Stop the season mid-season and make them play the best teams in Europe.
Yeah.
If not, why am I watching them play the same
But do you think
teams
that's
every play?
even like
That's exciting.
quality basketball though?
It'd
'Cause
be-
when they go
it's
when they go
never-
exhibition basketball, they're killing those teams overseas.
They are.
But this is the question. When you pump in tens of millions of dollars into the league and the bonuses for the players aren't like, hey, you get 150,000, you get 200,000. No, it's like you guys get a few million.
Yeah.
That's where it
You're
changed
saying for the European guys?
for the whole team. It's like, if you,
Oh.
okay, your team is breaking off 4 million between your 15 guys.
Mhm.
You're breaking off 4 million between. Those are different numbers to play with when the whole world's gonna watch.
But then
You have
who
Europe
plays-
watching? United States watching.
Who plays for what teams though? Because a lot of those guys are on NBA teams. You know what I'm saying?
What
Like,
do you mean?
like on the
no,
Europe.
No.
Yeah,
Barcelona has a basketball team.
they have a
Real
full
Madrid has a
basketball
basketball
program. Yeah,
Luka came from a great team. Like all
Yeah.
these guys come from good teams. Turkey has great teams. Israel has a few. big
Spain has
teams.
good teams and good leagues, but like, is there
Puerto
enough?
Rico.
Yeah, is there enough to?
You do this. You hold a tournament and you group up the world and
Okay,
you
there
say
you go. Yeah,
Central and South America and the islands all play a basketball tournament. Then Europe plays basketball tournament, and then
Get the best
Asia
teams.
and exactly.
And you
And
do
then
it
the
single
top-
single elimination. Gotta
yeah,
be, right?
do a
Gotta
quick
be.
tournament, and then really it's like the NBA championship.
Yeah.
Whoever wins those championships for the leagues, automatic bid in,
Yeah.
and then everybody like second place and down. Only
Is
the
that
top,
how it works for soccer?
yeah, only the top like 3 or 4 teams should either be able to enter or they do a knockout to get into the tournament. Then you're only dealing with like 3 teams from each continent.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to see, the top.
I just
like that.
I don't think I know enough about any of the other leagues to say. In my gut, I would say I feel like there's just not enough
talent, right?
You're saying
Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's enough talent, but I do like splitting. I think the biggest problem is, which they'll never do, is do less games. But the biggest problem is there's
Yeah,
too many
less
games.
Yeah, you need less
Like,
games.
but I do like the idea of splitting it up into a first half, this like world basketball, and then a
Yeah.
second half,
Yeah.
and then maybe even for that first half, without doing a fucking NBA Cup. Like, I didn't even realize it was happening until today.
Yeah.
Like, without doing a cup, like, you can make there be some sort of, like you said, maybe a home field advantage, something good about winning the first half of the season, having the best record in the first half of the season.
Yeah.
Do the world tournament to engage the entire
world, yeah.
world, and then
Now
do
you create a global fan base.
exactly. Then do your All-Star break in the middle of that, or at the end of
Exactly.
that.
I would do that right around All
Yeah,
Star.
right around All-Star.
Exactly.
Have it be a whole thing. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? You can go to
Instead of
Vegas.
All Star game, that's the championship game.
Right.
Is
Take a
this-
month.
Is the tournament
Exactly. Take a month. Do something like that. That'll be
because the All Star
great.
game needs to be revamped. It's ass.
Yeah, exactly.
This could be the
All-Star
'cause
weekend.
I think
Yep.
this year they're doing they're going. I think they did it once before, but they're doing Europe versus the US or like the world versus USA. But they're doing it for the. I think I could be wrong. I think
Yeah.
they're gonna do that for.
Bro,
Yeah, and incorporate those 1-on-1, 3-on-3 things, and really get people to.
Oh yeah, the
to do
1-on-1,
thing.
3-on-3 changes everything.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, the Unrivaled League is coming back. I think they come back next week.
Perfect.
That's way better than the regular WNBA.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now they got Paige Beckers in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be good.
But to go back to the thing, split up, do the world basketball with the All-Star break or whatever you want to call it,
Mhm.
and then when you go into the second half, it needs to like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a
It's
race
time
to
to
the
ball.
Yeah, now it's time to play basketball.
Yeah.
Now it's time to play basketball. You know, and also like, I don't think it like when you allow them this much time, like, and I get it, you want to see the best product possible, but when you allow these teams this much time to like gel and figure it out, it's like, okay, by the time we get to freaking February, like how many months is that? Like by the time we get to March, it's like you said, we've seen them play the same teams over and over and over again. That's April, bro. It's
and regular season ends in June.
We've seen them play the same teams over and over and over and over and over and over again.
It doesn't really feel like a professional sport anymore.
Yeah.
It feels like you know how every night, every morning what time CVS is going to be open and closed.
Yeah.
And you know
You
what
don't know.
aisle everything is in.
You don't know when the NBA's on.
Like,
Yeah.
bro, no, not even that. I'm saying it's becoming so predictable that it's like, why even watch? Like, I
Yeah.
know, it's like a CVS. It's like I know what aisle the shit is in. I know when it's
wouldn't say
open, when it's
predictable.
closed.
I wouldn't say it's predictable because as a sports gambler, it's certainly not predictable.
Well, no.
These guys are out here cheating. and
Yeah.
shit.
It's impossible.
I
Yeah,
just
Guys
think
out
what
here
you're
fucking
saying is
cheating. Some nice guys are gonna take nights off.
but it's turning.
That's what keeps the NBA unpredictable.
Yeah, it's just turning into like with
Who's gonna take the night off tonight?
Yeah, it's just like kind of turning into like like essentially just like it looks like they're just playing for the gamblers almost.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
it's becoming
yeah.
like
They
a thing
are.
where it's like
Exactly.
you just
They
check
are.
you're just checking the standings.
Yep.
Oh, 2 games back. Okay, can they get and you're just like
Yeah, what
basing
did
it
he
off of
shoot
that.
tonight?
Yeah,
What were his
exactly. What's the
stats tonight?
percentage?
Yeah.
And it's like it's becoming less of a fun.
It's not about entertainment.
Right.
Like how entertaining is this game? Is this matchup?
Right.
Like, the NFL, thank goodness, is like that
Right.
big time. But even baseball, like they're
Yeah.
trying to make it not about like the numbers and the stats, but like it's almost impossible.
Ah,
in
you
that game.
can't.
Or like you said, I think you said this a couple pods ago. They could easily just implement kind of soccer rules when it comes to basketball, and it's just like, 90-minute running clock. No fucking like,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
take out. I know the commercial breaks a lot of money, so I'll never do it.
That'd be
But could you
dope.
imagine if they had just had
That'd
to
be
play?
Well, what do they do in a
Straight-
soccer game?
Like
in
a park
commercial
run.
break.
Like a park. There's
They
no
don't have
commercial
commercial
break.
break?
They
It's
don't
at
have them,
halftime.
bro. It's
Halftime.
just
You
straight.
get 20, 15,
straight
20
action.
minutes.
Damn.
And it's
Straight
straight
action.
action. That's what it
Like-
should be for the league. It's like park basketball. Do you say, okay, guys, a water break for 15 minutes at the
Yeah.
park? No,
Yeah.
we just won. Fucking loser. Who lost the last 2 games? All right,
Yeah.
your ass is up next.
And because it's basketball, maybe you can do like quarters, but just do less breaks or something. Just only do a half.
It's hard to watch.
I know.
It's hard to watch.
I know.
Professional basketball.
But you do know
football.
after the All-Star break, it's fun to watch that basketball,
better after
bro.
All-Star.
Like
It gets
because they
better
have
after
it
All-Star.
balling, bro.
And I
Because they
still-
know that's when it counts.
and it sucks to say, but
But
like
if you have
playoff,
less games, it counts.
playoff
Exactly.
basketball, like a lot of people try to hate on the series,
Yeah.
7-game series, but like, dude, the intensity
Yeah,
and the
it's nuts.
knockout.
I don't think the
games.
early series should be 7s.
No,
but,
it should go
but
back
the,
to
but
5.
the conference and the finals should definitely be 7.
Yeah, but they've got some
First
work to
round
do.
doesn't need to be 7.
I think it's definitely the like we're Knicks guys, we're LA guys. It's fun to watch these teams, especially in the beginning of the season, just to see how they mesh. We'll probably for 15 games we do them in clumps. LA's been playing well too. They're 8-4 in the 8-1 in the last 9 games as well. They seem to be balling without LeBron James, who's just been kind of sitting there chilling.
They have Luka Doncic. They have Austin
Exactly.
Reeves. They have
Yeah.
guys. They can win. They have a good offense. They
a
just
bunch
they
of
don't
white
match.
boys.
They don't match up defensively against anybody. They don't really. The guys who are their starters aren't. None of them are known for playing defense.
Because they have a bunch of white boys.
I mean, listen, Aiden,
White boys are not known to play
Aiden-
defense.
I
Aiden
know.
and Rui don't
Yeah,
play
Rui-
much
Rui's
defense
been
either.
balling,
So
though.
they
Rui's
don't
been balling.
They don't play much defense either. Nor does anybody. I mean, the best defensive player on the team is probably Marcus Smart.
Rui's athletic. Looks like he could play defense, but he just
Yeah.
But yeah, let's jump into some entertainment talk. Heading towards the end of the night. A topic I was thinking of, and I think I saw it on somebody else's podcast, but it made me think, and it was what are some of the best movies from the year you were born?
Mm.
I was born in 1990, and I think 1990 was loaded with a ton of my favorite movies that I didn't even realize came out in that time period. And I'll start with the number one, which was the number one movie of the 1990s, and it's one of my favorite movies, and I bring it up and say it all the time. We got a poster sitting over here.
Yeah.
Goodfellas.
Yep.
Goodfellas came out in 1990, and that's a classic, and I'm glad it did.
You think it was like playing when you were born?
Probably was right on the screen when I was coming out the womb. That's why it's so embedded
That's why
in
it's
me.
attached. Yeah.
That's why it's embedded in me. Home Alone. That's also a
Ooh,
classic.
fire.
That's one of my favorite movies.
great movie.
What else? Berg, what about you? I know you saw you.
Yeah, I was looking through the 80. Well, I was looking through the 1989 movies,
Mhm.
and there are some interesting movies out. Like I think so. I would say like my favorite one that I saw during that time was Harlem Nights. I really like that movie a lot. Eddie
that's
Murphy
cool.
and Richard Pryor,
Mm-hmm.
and the Dead Poets Society, Robin Williams, which I thought those were two super dope ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw some really interesting movies, and it got us into a conversation about like we forget that actors are actually like work, that they have jobs.
These are jobs for them.
And that when they're not in between big movies, they're not just sitting on their ass. They're making like smaller movies.
Yep.
And there's some weird movies in 1989 that came out with like big names in it, like this movie called Pink Cadillac with Clint Eastwood, Jim Carrey, and what did I say? Something Bernadette, whatever her name is. And it's just like when did Clint Eastwood ever do a movie that was only 5 stars on
with Jim Carrey.
with Jim Carrey, bro? And like when did you get to do it 27%?
The number one movie from 1989 was Batman, the original first Batman,
first
Michael
one.
Keaton.
Yeah, the
Tim
Michael
Burton.
Keaton Batman, which is one of my mom's favorite Batmans.
Mm-hmm.
Of all time, which is a great movie. You know, Batman every year. If you just wait, you know, you're always gonna get a good Batman out there. What else we got? 1, 2, and 3. Die Hard.
For 89, dude, you got Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade.
You got
Yeah,
Indiana
Last Crusade was
Jones.
okay though. Temple of Doom obviously was the best one.
You had Lethal Weapon.
Major
2.
League, bro.
Yeah, Major League.
Do the right
League.
thing. Do the right
Oh, that
thing in
came out 89?
1989. Yes.
Okay.
Roadhouse, legendary.
Roadhouse
Roadhouse.
was great.
Mm-hmm.
Roadhouse was great. Bill and Ted.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bill and Ted.
Ghostbusters
Uncle
2.
Buck.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck.
Major
Crazy.
League.
Yeah.
You say Major
Yeah,
League.
he said Major
Tango and
League.
Cash.
License.
Yeah, I never saw that one, but I know
License to Kill, which is my favorite
I didn't know
Bond
that was
movie.
that.
Timothy Dalton.
that came. That was that.
1989.
Every
Pet
Bond
Cemetery.
movie is good.
Yeah, the first one.
Pet Cemetery. Yeah. What about you, CMB?
So I'd have to, bro.
You have
95 is packed.
95 is a
Heat-
great movie year.
Heat,
Heat,
7,
7.
Yeah,
Braveheart, your
Casino.
favorite. Braveheart.
Braveheart, Casino,
Casino.
Yeah, bro.
The Usual
Fire.
Suspects.
Oh, what a movie, bro.
Basketball Diaries. You ever see Basketball
Basketball
Diaries?
Diaries.
Yeah.
Toy Story,
Yep.
Oh, see right there, Toy Story.
Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Jumanji.
The golden
It's
age
like-
of movies, bro.
It's like
Jumanji.
they were like, let's release every single good movie we've been thinking about in the
Yeah.
last 5 years this year.
Yeah.
Die Hard with Vengeance.
All those are in Hall of Fame on the Hall of Fame movies right there.
Mortal Kombat, Friday.
Oh yeah.
Ace
great.
Ventura 2 came out in
Was
95.
that Pet Detective or was that
When Nature Calls.
That one's
When
hilarious.
it goes to, like,
bro.
Africa and shit.
Yeah, that one's fucking
That was
hilarious.
hilarious. Bro.
What you do?
Get Shorty.
Friday. Did you say
Shorty?
Friday?
Get Shorty came out in 95, bro.
Shorty,
What a
Friday and Bad Boys both came out in 95.
That's crazy, right?
My favorite movie from 1995, Bad Boys.
Yo, what were people doing in 95? Just living at the cinema, bro?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
every
Jumanji?
month.
Bro, when I was a kid,
Every
I went to
month.
movies
Jumanji?
every weekend. In 1995,
That's what I'm
I went to
saying.
movies every weekend in 1995.
Goldeneye.
Yeah.
Goldeneye. Bro, you're as old as Goldeneye. That's crazy.
Me and Goldeneye, bro.
I watched Goldeneye the
Bro, I
other
saw
day.
all those in
Love.
theater.
Watched Goldeneye the
I
other-
saw
that's
Toy
what I'm
Story in
saying.
theater. I saw all these
You
movies.
remember
in theater.
playing Goldeneye on
Yeah, I'm gonna watch
Nintendo
Goldeneye.
64?
Bro, I think literally like let's all go to the movies. Let's all go to the. I was
that a
there.
thing?
No, yeah, that was the thing. But it was
Desperado came out in 95.
It was the. Remember the roller coaster intro to the movies? Do you remember that one?
Yes, I do.
That's
actually.
what I remember. That was
I do remember
95.
that.
Like damn. Every month was a movie in 95, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah,
What
for-
the hell?
For
The
me,
90s were stupid.
Yeah, 90s were crazy. For me, 90s, 1990, like I said, Goodfellas, Home Alone. You got Total Recall. That's one of my favorite
That's a
movies.
good one.
You got Hunt for Red October. That's Pretty Woman. That's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, that was
Pretty
also
Woman.
90?
Man.
Yeah, I love. That's 1990. Yeah. Ninja Turtles.
Oh, you got a lot. Bro.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Bro. Predator 2.
Kindergarten Cop,
Kindergarten Cop.
It's not a tumor.
RoboCop 2.
I didn't never seen RoboCop 2, but I'm a big RoboCop 1 guy.
Really?
I like
RoboCop 1's good.
I like RoboCop. When he
RoboCop 1's
becomes
really
RoboCop,
good,
that's a good
bro.
movie. That's a good movie.
He got
Rocky
Messed up.
5.
Rocky 5 came out. Rocky was he
Yeah,
was
it was-
pumping them
I know,
Rocky
he's
movies
pumping them
out.
out.
He was pumping them out.
Some would say Rocky 5 is one of their favorites.
Wasn't
That's the one with his
Hard
son?
to Kill become a video game? Hard to Kill.
I don't know. It became a dope line by the man as we know as CMB or RGB.
Edward Scissorhands.
Godfather Part
Yeah,
3.
but
Back to the Future 3.
Yeah, but if I had to pick one, I'm going Goodfellas. If you had
Yeah.
to pick one, what would you be your one?
My one is
Yeah.
definitely gonna be Harlem Nights, only because I saw it for the first.
Do the right thing.
Yeah, bro, because I saw Harlem Nights for the first time probably like 5 years ago,
Oh no way!
and I was like,
I never
yo,
made you watch Harlem Nights,
nah, bro. Or maybe you did, and I might have fallen asleep or something like that. 'cause
Damn,
you
I
might
feel
be
like I
late.
would have made you watch that.
But that
It takes you on a
movie-
journey. That takes
bro,
you on
that
a
movie
journey.
I love that
so
movie.
Takes you on a
dope,
journey.
bro. That movie's so dope.
If I could remake
so,
a movie, I would remake that.
yeah,
Or like a
Really
movie
well
in that world.
yeah.
Bro, Dances with Wolves is 92.
Oh,
That's a tough movie.
Dances with Wolves is a great,
But that doesn't make my list. I mean, it makes my list, but it doesn't. It's not like
like your top. No.
I'm not watching that shit.
yeah,
Was that Kevin Costner?
yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, I don't have a lot of good. I've got some good ones, but I don't have a
Nah,
lot. of good ones.
Harlem Nights is a good one. What about you? What would you if you had to pick one? What would you
One
pick?
from
95. Yeah, 95 was loaded.
I couldn't pick Braveheart because that would just get me too amped up. Like if
Mm.
I'm on a desert island and all I have is Braveheart, I'm gonna just start trying to kill sharks.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not cool.
You might need that.
Maybe between Casino,
Casino's
Heat, or
tough.
Usual Suspects.
Usual Suspects.
I
is
would
so
have to say
freaking
Casino.
good, bro.
The problem with
Casino's
Usual
right.
Suspects is it gives
Usual
you a
Suspects is
world
good.
and it keeps your world very.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Tight. That's very true.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what if you give us in the comments
Movies from
your
your year.
birth year and your favorite movie. And let us know what was the best movie that came out during the year you were born. Last week we talked about some of the best intros in television,
Mm-hmm.
but I got me thinking about some of the best opening scenes or intros to movies. The one that I was watching that made me think of the topic was Beverly Hills Cop 2. They're
Okay.
doing the alphabet crimes in the beginning. It's like it's the robbery,
Mm-hmm.
and like they go to the jewelry store. Bridget Nielsen, they go in, they rob it in like 60 seconds. She shoots the chandelier. The whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like great opening scene, sets the whole thing up. Dark Knight, same sort of thing. Bank heist. You know the Joker, the infamous
Oh,
bank
bro.
heist.
Yeah.
When that movie starts,
Yeah.
you know what's
Yeah,
about.
you know
And
what's
they're like, oh, who are you working for? They're like, oh, I don't know. This guy told me to do this. When he did kill this
Yeah.
guy, and it's like, oh, well, he told me to kill you, and he's
Get
like,
rid of the
nah,
driver.
you can't be killing me because I'm supposed to kill you. And then it was the Joker and
Show me
shit.
to get rid of the driver. What driver?
Yeah, that was fire. Tenet, the whole
yeah.
opera house scene.
Yeah.
like, that whole thing. I was watching that the other day.
I would say Jaws, the night swim.
Ooh,
That was
that is
fucking
a good one.
insane.
Yeah,
That is a good one.
yeah.
That is a good one.
Because my cousin who showed me Jaws didn't warn me about it.
Yeah,
so
that's a good one.
That as the first scene is like,
First scene.
oh, I've heard it's about sharks. Oh no.
Yeah.
It's about fucking
Yeah.
the monsters you cannot see.
Yeah.
Also, one of the first times I saw titties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was in one of those moments where you're like,
Nah, it was
ooh,
a good
that's
scene.
sick.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a good one.
That's
Jaws,
a great
scene in
opening
Jaws.
scene, bro. That's a great opening scene.
American Gangster. You remember the
Yeah.
opening scene there, like in the alleyway, they set the dude on fire,
Yeah.
or they shoot him or whatever.
yeah, they shoot him.
There's like two.
was that?
There's like two versions. There's like the director's cut version, which is like they set him on fire. I think the other one they just shoot him or whatever.
I'm trying to think right now.
Best opening scenes.
I mean, I just watched
Oh,
Austin
dude,
Powers.
Goodfellas, as far back as I can remember.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
come on,
Always
come
wanted to be a
on.
gangster.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great open.
Yeah.
Because like every dude has had those thoughts. So when he says it like that, you're like, damn, that's like me. Like we
Yeah.
all had those thoughts.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What else? Ooh, Inglorious Bastards, the farmhouse
Oh,
interrogation.
yeah, we were just talking about that a couple weeks ago, bro. That is one of the craziest.
Man.
That's another one where you're like, oh, we know where this movie is on
yeah,
right away.
This is the direction.
That's
yeah,
intense.
like right away,
That
bro.
is an intense one.
And then maybe even Saving Private Ryan, where they're invading it's like a big battle
I don't
scene.
even remember the first opening scene.
They're
of that
invading
movie.
Omaha Beach. It's like a big battle
Mm.
scene. And
That's
like,
gotta be a tough one.
what's his name? Tom Hanks is like, you cannot go too far. He has that weird accent, you know.
I have to go. Saving Private Ryan, you said?
Yeah,
I
Saving
have to go
Private
back
Ryan.
and watch that. It's been a long time.
The
since I watched
Matrix.
that.
Oh, bro, the
Come
Matrix
on, The
opening scene is
Matrix.
phenomenal,
The
bro.
agents
Yeah, when
versus,
Trinity's trying to get out of the escape.
That's
Yeah.
iconic.
Yep.
That's iconic.
Matrix.
That was nuts.
Definitely iconic.
Once he jumps through that window, turns around, he's like, get the fuck up, get up, get
The
up, get
opening
up.
scene of, and this isn't necessarily the opening. This is like, well, I guess it's opening. There's like a cold opening. Rush Hour, not the scene where Jackie Chan's sneaking on the boat, but the one where they show you Chris Tucker and he's doing the C4. He's like,
Yeah.
C4. That's C4. You're like, what's
yeah.
that? What's that? Intro?
all the rush hours.
Yeah.
That's all
C4?
the rush hours. Bro, the directed traffic one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that was number
yeah.
3. Yeah.
The two chubby girls that he's teasing.
Yeah.
One's chubby, one's skinny. Yo, that was
He's
so
like, the fat one's yours.
He was like 120 pounds. What?
He said, what? 120 pounds?
That was so funny, man.
Yeah,
There's
rush
a
hour.
few, man. But yeah, no, I was watching I was just watching Austin Powers. That's got a good opening scene as well.
Mhm.
Freaking
The second one has a great opening scene, like when he finds out his wife.
oh yeah, it's a
He's a
fembot.
fembot?
Yeah.
That's
It's
a good
nuts, man.
And they were like on their honeymoon and shit. They were
Yeah.
like getting all freaky and stuff.
Yeah.
Casino Royale with the black and white.
Oh,
with the
that when he gets his
yes.
first kill?
Yeah, when he
Yeah,
gets his first kill.
yeah. That's a good one.
That is tight.
That's a dope one.
That was a really good one. I watched that a couple
The
weeks
Bonds
ago.
have good intros.
They
Very
do.
good
Really
intros.
good
Very
intros,
good
yeah.
intros.
Is the making of a good now this talks about the making of a good intro. Is the making of a good intro being compelling like that and
Yes.
having this like
It's a short film.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm
it
about to
has
say.
to tell us almost like it has to get you intrigued to want to watch.
Yeah,
it.
give us
Yeah.
a mini story. Give
Yeah.
me like a mini climax.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and maybe a little foresight, all of that stuff
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
put into that intro because at that moment you're gonna
It
put
has
those,
to
you're
bring
gonna run
you
the
in and
credits.
give you a lot, but be like, you want more. Like,
Exactly.
you want a lot more.
Exactly.
Pirates of the Caribbean 2
Mm.
and 3. Here's why. 2, when they're about to kill Will and then
Yeah.
Jack comes back or
Mm.
vice versa.
Yeah.
And he saves him. And then 3 when
Is that
they-
where he's on the noose and they
Yeah,
they shoot him
And
off
then the
noose?
third one when they hang the little boy, but before they hang him, he sings the song.
Oh yeah,
song?
that was hard.
That was fire.
That was hard.
That was a fire intro.
Yo yo. That was fire.
That shit was fire. And everybody singing, yo ho, all together, boys the colors. That was fire.
That was so hard.
That was fire.
I forgot about the Pirates. I haven't seen those in a minute, bro.
I
I
messed
haven't seen those in a
These
minute.
are really good.
Yeah.
Heavy,
I mean, the
heavy.
first. I mean, I don't even know. I don't think I've even seen after 3. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you.
I've seen the last 2, but the first 3 are like those.
Yeah, those
are
are
the
the
best
ones.
Those
Those
are
are
the
the
best
ones.
ones. Can't beat that.
Mhm.
Can't beat that. And I like the opening scene of Black Panther, like when he's like,
Oh yeah.
they're like out on the trail and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, like be careful, like, and he's like just hiding up. He's just like up in the tree.
Yeah. I thought the opening
Chilling.
scene for Black Panther was when he steals the mask.
No, that's not the opening scene.
Oh, okay.
Mission Impossible, where they
The opening
where
scene
they-
actually like went back in the day, I think.
Oh, that's right. That
This
was.
is
It
like,
was.
This is like the opening scene of like present day.
Yeah. But yeah, you about to say Mission Impossible, bro?
Yeah, where they break out of the prison,
Yes, bro.
the Russian
Mm.
prison. You remember that?
Is that the first one? Which one is that?
Ghost Protocol.
Oh, I was thinking about Mission Impossible 2, where he pulls the mask off,
that's
bro.
a good. Mission Impossible 2 is
Yeah.
one of the most underrated Mission.
Yeah,
Impossible.
people hate
That's
that
my
movie.
favorite one.
That's
with
one of my
the-
favorites.
with
They
the
hate
Chimera
it. Yeah,
virus.
with the Chimera,
That
bro.
was one. That was a
People
great
hate
one.
that
That was one of the
one,
best
Oh,
movies.
they're all
Yo,
great.
I think it's
On
one
the
of the best.
plane, on the plane.
Yes,
Yeah,
but that's the whole reason I
That
have long hair.
happened. Because that happened. Basically,
That happened?
Yeah,
Oh wait.
virus,
yeah,
bro.
for real.
Fact.
that whole plot with that movie was that.
We gotta bleep that word out, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, facts.
I think. I mean, I think some of the best
Oh,
intros
Lord of
are
the
always
Rings,
on
the
high.
Fellowship
Yeah,
of
I'm
the
about to say the Lord of the Rings,
Ring.
but that's like a story though. It's like in the.
But it's the opening scene.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Well,
Star
hold on.
Wars is like that.
The
Yeah,
real
exactly.
opening scene is like it just gives you a quick like 7-minute breakdown of like there was a battle.
Yeah, but you see the
and
armies.
the
and he's-
armies, and so that's really the opening scene.
Yeah.
But like where it brings you to the Hobbitville.
Yeah, now
that shit's
that.
dope.
Yeah, because they're like, and it fell into the hands of one hobbit, and then all of a sudden his hand goes in the water. He grabs it. And I was like,
Mm.
oh shit.
Great
Yeah.
storytelling, bro.
Yeah, some good stuff. See, those are ones like Lord of the Rings. Those are the intros that I feel like they get away from like this like heists, like and they really get you in on
Yeah, the
stories.
story,
Yeah,
yeah.
they get
Yeah,
you
I like.
on.
The
I want to know about the
symbols.
story. Like I do
Yeah.
like a nice action sequence to start a movie.
Yeah,
But I also like when I'm like, oh man, now this thing just what's about to happen? in this
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
Like, what's about to happen in this story? Like
Yeah.
I like one that pulls me in.
that's like you said with Goodfellas
Memento,
too.
Memento.
Oh
Like
yeah,
where
I
he's
don't
just like
remember.
he's just like waking up and he's trying to piece it back together, and then
Yeah.
you start to see, okay, this guy doesn't remember anything from the day before. Like he has to
Mhm.
and he's trying to put it back. I think that's a good
Mhm.
one. Another question topic I had was what makes an MVP. We had a lot of discussion earlier about MVP, and this is not just football, but this is obviously this is the big conversation happening already. Is what makes an MVP? A lot of people want to give it to the quarterbacks because they get the wins, they get the big plays, they get the accolades. But as you've been saying for a couple of weeks, it's like the real MVP might be between Jonathan Taylor and JSN. If we're talking about who's blowing off the stat sheets, who is having a big impact that's causing their team to win, and of course it's so easy to give the credit to the quarterback, right? He's the guy. The ball touches his hands every play,
Mhm.
but what are some of the things that actually make up? Like, what is the true criteria in your mind of what makes a person MVP?
That's a great question. I'm gonna start it with this year. I think is one of the first times in the NFL in quite some time where like there is no clear cut quarterback as an MVP. Like there's some good quarterbacks, but there's no clear cut quarterback as an MVP. I know Matthew Stafford's
You have a
having
handful.
great year.
You have 4 or 5 right now that you could say.
I know Darnold's doing it, but like you're watching them and they're not doing anything that you're like, oh my god, like this is the greatest season I've ever seen a quarterback ever play, right?
Yeah.
Like they're really not doing that.
No.
And we are getting that in other positions.
Yes,
like
we are.
Like Jonathan Taylor right now and like
Jackson
Smith and Jigba.
Mm-hmm.
He like Jiggy is just doing something that has just never been done, bro. Like he could get to 2,000 yards. Like who's the only other person to do that? Jerry Rice?
I think Jerry Rice.
I think Calvin Johnson. Got very close. Maybe got 19 something.
19 something. Yeah.
And it's like if he just keeps it up, like, and as a second year, it's like it would be wild to see something like that. And if Jonathan Taylor gets like 5 or 6 more touchdowns, he's going to be up there with like 20 something.
He has like nuts amount of touchdowns.
It's a crazy amount. It's just like those guys deserve. If one of the two of them keep it up and they don't get the MVP, I don't even know if I could ever trust that.
But you know, like with Jackson Smith and Jigba, like you know how teams will do. Like you could easily get 2,000, but then they're like, oh no, let's not. He's not going to play the last 2 games. Or, like they'll find a way to like.
I hope they don't. But they also say this about wide receivers too. They're like, oh well, someone else has to get him the ball, and it's like. All right, cool.
And they're like, oh, so let's give it to this guy who's getting him the ball.
Exactly.
That's why Darnold's in the MVP conversation.
Exactly.
Too.
I just don't think any quarterback like I'm not saying
they
that
should have a separate category.
Right. I'm not saying that like any quarterback can go to Seattle and be as good as Darnold.
Not anybody.
But I just feel as if like he's not like they did well last year too. You know what I'm saying? Like they did fine last year too. It's not like if he wasn't there, they would be dead in the water. I don't think if if Stafford's not in LA, they wouldn't be that good. But there's like certain keys and like most valuable player, right? Like they always say,
right.
if he's not there, how good is the team? But I think outside of that,
this is not the most valuable player on the team. This is the league's most valuable player. So at the end of the day, this isn't just about. This is about the far impact across the entire league of what this player is doing. Does he make the product better? Does he make fans watch? Does he make new people fans? Does he?
And that's what I would say.
The game? Is he revolutionized? Is he setting records? Is this a good story to tell? Right. I think sometimes they pick an MVP because they have a good story.
Yeah, and that's what I would say is the thing that is stopping Jiggy and JT Jonathan Taylor from like being the MVP is that their story is like they haven't done a good enough job being like, oh, like they're bringing eyes to the NFL. I mean, I think Jonathan Taylor is because like Indiana, like when was the last time you saw them be good, right? And so like he definitely is bringing that to it. But I think in Jigba's season is going a little bit under the radar. But I just think the league is just so thirsty for there being a quarterback that is that good, you know. And honestly, if a guy like Mahomes or Lamar or Josh Allen decide to have like a crazy second half of the season, I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to throw those guys into the mix as well, just because they want a quarterback so badly. But to go back to the original question of the criteria, I think that the criteria for the MVP of the league is like what you just said. Like, are you bringing eyes? Are you bringing value to the league? Meaning, like, are people buying your jersey more? Are you setting a record? Are you having the greatest season in your position? I think that's huge. But then also on top of that, like, what is your impact? Like, what is your impact too? Because I would say someone like Malik Neighbors last year, you're looking at him, and although he didn't like go crazy, it's like, I mean, he went crazy, but although he didn't have like 2,000 yards and like 20 touchdowns,
he wasn't the MVP though.
He wasn't MVP,
not
but
a league MVP. He was a team MVP.
Right, team MVP for sure. But it's like those types of efforts though is like what you'd like to see. That's all. Like I feel like I don't really know what the criteria would be. I guess
I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know what people think too.
Yeah, I like what you said though. Like, are you bringing eyes? Like, are you bringing value to the league? Are people buying your jersey?
Yeah.
Like, are you putting up numbers? That's obviously the number one thing is numbers.
Changing or contributing to the game.
Right. Changing or contributing to the game. And I don't think it should just be like the quarterback on the best team.
No, it shouldn't.
You know,
I don't think it should be that.
It doesn't need to be that.
100%.
Like, I'm tired of that. It's such a lazy way of figuring out MVP. And I also don't think MVP should be voted on by the players.
I think it should be voted on.
I think it should be.
It shouldn't be the media. We've had this conversation already. It should not be the media.
Yeah. Well, we can agree to disagree on that.
It should
But
not be not solely, or the
Right,
media
not
should have as
solely.
much influence as they do.
yeah,
We'll jump into a little bit of overhype, underhype to close it out for tonight. We're gonna play it a little bit differently today, though. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you 3 topics, and then you're gonna tell me which one is overhyped, which one is underhyped, and which one is the hype is real. For example, Aaron Rodgers, Drake Maye, Dak Prescott. Aaron Rodgers say is a little overhyped.
mm-hmm.
Drake Maye, you might say the hype is real. Dak Prescott, you might say is underhyped. You might say Aaron Rodgers is underhyped. You might say Drake is underhyped. But each one will get assigned each topic. You get it?
Let's get it.
All right.
That's a rough one, bro. That's a tough one. This one.
This is a tough one. And exactly, it's supposed to be a little tough. It make you think a little bit.
Yeah, man. Tough one.
All right, so we'll do second-year quarterback edition.
Yep.
Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake Maye. Overhyped, underhyped, hype is real.
I think
Jaden Daniels, Drake Maye, and who?
Caleb Williams, the top 3 quarterback picks of last year.
Oh, dude, that's pretty simple.
I got you go.
Who's your overhype?
My overhype is Jaden Daniels. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I
so
said it.
you're taking Caleb Williams over Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I think the hype is real
To lead your team.
for Caleb Williams. I think the hype is real.
Really,
Yeah.
as he shuffles
Yeah.
backwards,
Yeah.
throwing passes, fucking.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that
Oof.
I in this particular category, I would say not his exact order, but I would say Jaden Daniels overhyped.
Mm-hmm.
He's now injured.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb is probably
Underhype. That's what it should be. Underhype.
And Drake is the hype.
It's
Yeah,
so
hype is real
funny.
for Drake.
It's so funny how a guy strings like less than a handful of NFL games together and doesn't string them together in elite fashion. Strings them together and people are like, oh, he actually could play football. Oh my god! It's
No,
like,
we're the biggest critics, but I'm
is
just
a
saying
middle
in
of a
this
road-
in this
he's a
category.
middle road bum.
In this, whoa.
What about
Middle
Jaden
of the
Daniels
road-
though?
Jaden Daniels is a playmaker. It's different.
Yeah, but he's only a
a
playmaker.
available
He's
right
on the
now.
field,
Playmaker
bro.
in
Available
the
right
big
now.
league, bro. All right, are we talking about like right now with their availability and their status right now? Then the game's bullshit. The game has to be overall full health. Who you take?
I feel you.
Game is what the game is. You can if
Then
you're
fuck him. Then fuck him.
I'm
He's
still.
I'm benching
bro,
him.
I'm
benching
still.
him.
I'm
He's a
still
bum.
here for the
He's a
performance.
bum. Fuck him.
I'm still here for the.
that's your prerogative to say that.
Yeah, and I'm still here for the performative male quarterback, bro. I'm here
Bro,
for-
you love you love the drama, bro. You love a dramatic quarterback. You do.
Listen, what's
Listen,
You do.
he-
What's
You
wrong with
love
drinking?
that picture of your quarterback in a chair with those 2 bandages around his knees.
yeah.
You love that picture.
I would
What's
just
wrong with?
so dramatic.
And now it's a quarterback in the chair instead of bandages around the knee. It's a matcha and a side bag.
my sole reasoning is that Caleb has already won more games than I thought he would this year,
yeah.
especially at this point. So I got to give him a little bit of credit. I think
Hard-nosed coach, X's and O's coach,
Yeah,
like
real good
super
guy.
X's
Good
and O's
guy.
coach, but hard-nosed guy, hard worker.
Yeah.
It's a hard work. It's a decent.
I'm not
team.
saying I'm sold
Like,
on him, but I'm saying that I like
Talent-wise,
this
two
game.
great running backs.
I think what you're saying is talent wise. I think what you're saying talent wise, no, Caleb is not better than Jaden talent wise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
But what we're saying from what's going on right now, I would say
Overhype, underhype. Yeah,
I would give it.
Is that what we're going off of?
I'm going off of
No,
whether
I'm
or not
just-
it's overhyped or
You
underhyped.
can justify whatever you're going off
Okay.
of by whatever you're going.
Gotcha.
I'm just saying the reason why I put them in the position.
So then between Drake Maye is the last one, right? In
Yes.
That group.
Drake May's hype is
So
real.
he'd be,
for-
yeah, 100%, 100%.
MVP potential candidates: Matthew Stafford, Jonathan Taylor, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. Overhyped, underhyped, hype is real. This one is probably tough.
Yeah, Stafford's just playing so
I know
lights
he's playing
out.
so
Like
well.
you can't really like. Yeah, I know he's a quarterback. You don't want to give him all that. The other guys. Are
I would say he's the underhyped one for me.
Yeah, I hate to say it.
Yeah, I would definitely underhype. I think
And then Jackson Smith, you got to give the overhype to.
I would give him
'Cause you
overhyped.
can't give to Jonathan
know,
Taylor.
'cause
You
he's-
cannot.
Jonathan
No.
Taylor's hype is real.
after watching that,
As a
Like,
running back, you're doing it. You're doing it.
You can't play
Like-
with him.
like how you said-
can't play with that.
Darnold, Jackson Smith needs Darnold to give him the, but Jonathan Taylor, I mean,
It's
You just
it's
hand it to
it's
him and he's gonna make it
Bijan.
happen.
It's like Bijan, but even like harder.
it's harder, bro.
he told Bijan, he said, "You're next up, bro."
Yeah,
So he said, "Just keep putting it in the work. You're gonna be the next up."
he just runs.
And he's from Jersey, so I gotta give
Jonathan Taylor's.
he's from Jersey,
I didn't know that.
South Jersey.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's
that
go.
He's
He
Jersey
probably played
running
like
back.
he probably played like Joe Flacco, like Group 3 football.
He played in
against Noni,
Willingboro, like down there.
yeah,
Okay,
random
Yeah.
little ass school.
top quarterback picks, bust or bounce back edition. We got Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield. Overhyped, underhyped, hype is real. I don't even. And Kyler's tough because he's been out last couple weeks.
Overhyped Kyler.
Yeah,
Hate
Kyler
this.
Murray, bro,
definitely
is
overhyped.
like,
Yeah.
he's about to drift off into NFL nothingness very soon.
Hype is real with Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he is what he is.
He is
Yeah.
what he
He
is.
is what
Yeah,
he
he
is.
is what he
is.
Dude, he's not going to
Yeah.
do much more than that.
And then
you know?
Baker's
What
the underhype because they always
And then
want to say that he's
Baker, you
trash.
never know what's going to happen
Yeah.
next. You never know what he's going to
Yeah.
do next.
But they always want to say he's bad until he's not, and then they're like, "Oh wait,
Exactly.
we forgot he's good."
Jamar Chase, Puka Nakua, and let's go Justin Jefferson. Overhype, underhype, hype is real.
All right, I'm going overhype. I'm
Justin
going
Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson. I'm going
Damn. I was thinking
He's
that
overhyped
too.
right now, bro. He's
If you
overhyped
guys-
right
He's
now.
overhyped,
He's
bro.
overhyped
Right now.
I'll
I
say
just
Puka underhype.
underhype.
yeah,
Underhype.
Puka under. And
Even hurt. He's
Yeah.
a dog.
Underhype.
my thing with Justin Jefferson and Jamar's hype is real, but Justin Jefferson is like, I thought that even with bad quarterbacks, he would still be a dog.
But
Like,
McCarthy's bad, bro.
I know he's not that.
Really
He's
bad.
not that good.
Like really bad
He's
thrower
not
of the
that
football.
good. He's not.
All
that
he does
Yeah,
is
he's
scream
not-
on the sidelines. Oh yeah, yo, score
Yeah.
ball, yeah. Like, what are you,
He
what
might
are
be
you
a good
doing?
coach one day.
You're
'cause
not
he-
Jackson Dart.
Yeah,
bro.
he's not.
Stop.
that
He's not
good,
a.
bro.
He's not. He physically, you just don't see it. Like,
Yeah.
he can win. He can will you to a win, but he's just. I don't see it.
He
I don't
gets
see
like
it.
one or two throws a game that you're like, oh, that's a nice throw,
Okay,
but that's
yeah,
about
yeah,
I
it.
always thought the best athlete was Will Howard. I was like,
Okay.
of that draft, I'm like, Will Howard,
Yeah.
bigger, stronger, faster,
Yeah. I
like
better
Will
arm.
Howard.
Like
I
I
like Will
loved
He's,
Will Howard.
Philly's.
He just got
third
called
string,
up.
right?
That word?
No, he just got called up for the Steelers onto the active
Oh, he's on
roster.
Steelers.
Wow.
He may
Yeah.
actually get some
Yeah.
burn.
Get
I
some
want to see him
burn.
play.
Yeah.
He's like the Josh Allen type of size, type
Yeah.
of guy. You know,
I forgot about him.
Defensive studs: Micah Parsons, T.J. Watt, and Miles Garrett. Overhyped, underhyped, hype is real. This is a tough one.
I think
Miles
we're on the
T.J.
same.
Watt and who? Miles Garrett, T.J.
Micah
Watt,
Parsons.
and Micah.
Micah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going Micah over.
Overhyped, Micah.
Yeah, overhyped Micah.
Yeah.
Miles Garrett, hype is real.
Hype is real, and TJ Watt's
T.J. Watt,
underhyped.
underhyped.
People
Really,
forget.
I'd go underhyped Miles Garrett. I
Yeah.
think he's the best pass rusher of this generation.
I think hype is
So
real. I
good.
think we know that
Of
though.
the last-
you don't think you don't
I
think
think
we know
everyone
that?
knows
years.
that.
Like
bro.
Reggie White, then it goes Miles Garrett.
Yeah.
Like I hate
Yeah.
it's freak of nature. Like,
Yeah.
if you
He's
watch
just
his videos
crazy
of
athletic.
him, one arm,
He can windmill
throwing-
dunk.
bro.
He can windmill dunk, bro. He's like 270.
He
Windmill dunk.
tosses people.
It's
And then
Not
after
human.
he throws them away from first of all he throws them away in like 0.5 seconds.
Yeah.
And then he
a
just
330 pound
Yeah.
man.
throws them aside. And he's just staring at the quarterback.
But the way you got to admit the way he hawks down a quarterback
Yeah.
is so athletic.
yeah.
That like it's almost like a running back running where he keeps a wide base, he keeps very
Yeah.
balanced. You can't really get away from him.
No.
He's like a lion. Like you're not getting
It's
away
just
from
a shame that he spent all those years.
The
But he
Browns.
chose it.
I
You
know
gotta
he
admit
did,
he chose
did,
it.
he
He
did.
chose it, bro. He chose it. He chose that money.
Just imagine if he was on national TV every
Oh my
every
god!
freaking
You put him in like San Francisco,
Yo.
or you put him in, he would be
nuts, man.
Crazy.
he would be a world star. Think about it. Like guys like George Kittle are a bigger star than Miles.
Yeah,
Garrett.
the Miles Garrett.
And
which is
George
crazy.
Kittle doesn't hold a candle.
Yeah,
to-
that's
to
actually
Miles
crazy.
Garrett.
It's actually
That's
just
very
because
crazy.
of the market.
That's very true, and that goes back to that MVP question of what the
It's
criteria
name
is.
recognition. Just
It's
name
nuts.
recognition. Like nobody knows. Crazy.
It's a shame.
Who is the most global box office player in the NBA right now? I mean, this is probably. I'm gonna change this one up. Let's go, Luka Doncic, SGA, and Jalen Brunson. Overhyped.
Global though.
No. This is just
Oh.
this is box. This is like must see basketball. What I
Jalen-
say? Luka,
Jalen,
SGA,
Luka,
and Jalen.
SGA.
overhyped, underhyped, hype is
Right
real.
now, right now,
Right now,
SGA overhyped. Brunson, because Brunson's going
Brunson's
retarded.
underhyped. Brunson's underhyped.
Brunson's underhyped right now because
And
he's just
Luka is
going
what he is,
stupid.
and hype
Luka
is real.
Yeah, hype is real.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I might put Luka at overhype. The thing is with Luka and SGA is you forget how good they are until you watch them, and then you're like, oh yeah, like they're fucking. They just get because they don't play like super flashy basketball, but like meaning like
SGA
they're
just
not
needs to
playing
go to the
above the
foul line.
rim. Yeah, they don't play above the rim like that, but they're just both so savvy. Like they just so savvy on the court.
They all have complete games. I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
yeah.
They-
Other like on the offensive side,
they make everybody around him better.
yeah,
and they
it's
make everybody
nuts.
better. Yep.
Yeah.
It's nuts. And JB is just a dog.
Yeah. But he's definitely under. He's definitely the
definitely
This
underhyped.
team needs a bucket. They just
Yeah.
like, yo, go get a bucket.
Because I do believe he is the same caliber of an SGA, or
Yeah.
like if he won league MVP this year, I wouldn't be like, oh, what is like?
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, nah,
Yeah,
Jalen Brunson
he's
gets
been,
busy.
he's been
Yeah,
working
he
up
gets
to
busy.
that. Yeah.
Jalen Brunson definitely gets busy. Let's switch it up to something completely different. Breakfast food: pancakes, bacon, avocado toast. Overhyped, underhyped, hype is real.
I'm gonna hit you with a wild thing. Ready? Bacon is only good when cooked properly, and the only way bacon is cooked properly is when you make it crispy. So let's say overhyped bacon
I
because
was
nobody
gonna-
cooks it properly.
I agree with you on that.
I think
Bacon is overhyped.
I think the hype is real on pancakes, bro.
Pancakes hype.
Yeah, you got to.
I can
bro.
eat
You
pancakes.
got to.
I think last year I had pancakes almost like out of the 52 weeks of the year. I think I might have had them like 45 of the weeks.
Did you make them with the batter and everything?
Nah, bro. I go to the original pancake house in West Caldwell, bro. That is the best fucking stacks, bro, you'll ever eat. They give you pancakes with anything. Like if you get just eggs,
You
they
get
gotta get
pancakes.
pancakes,
Yeah.
bro.
You could probably
You
just
get-
get a bunch of pancakes, like a 20 stack, keep them in your
He's not
refrigerator, and
eating
just pull them out.
he's
no,
not eating
no.
20 pancakes.
You get a 20 stack.
I mean,
you
is
put
that
it
a
in
challenge though?
No.
Yeah.
We taking the show on the road? I'll do
Take
20
us on the road. I would
Yeah,
love
I
to
think you could do
see
20,
you
bro.
do 20,
You
dog.
maybe could do 20.
Slather some good old fashioned.
But you
I
just
saw a guy on YouTube yesterday. He tried to eat a stack of pancakes. It was 20. It's more difficult than you think it is.
I know. I mean, they're heavy, but I could do it.
don't eat for 2 days.
But I can-
Emaciate
No, I
you.
think
fine.
you eat and then you eat again.
I'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'll be fine.
But
bro.
avocado toast is underhyped.
Yeah, avocado toast under.
yeah.
When I fast, the first thing I break my fast with is avocado toast.
Because you think it's gonna you don't think it's gonna be as
on
tasty.
sourdough
Yeah,
Mm.
but
with a little
key to-
Parmesan cheese. On top.
the key is
Try it.
though to
A
put
little
some
salt.
butter on that toast though. You gotta put butter on
Yes,
that
yes,
toast.
yes, yes,
Don't
yes.
put butter on that
A
toast.
little
bro.
butter, avocado, salt, pepper, and like I said, I put a
never
little
in the
Parmesan
Parmesan.
cheese. I just started doing that. Fire,
Yeah,
fire, bro.
I like that.
Yeah.
Damn, are we gentry?
What's that mean?
Are we gentrified? Are we some
Why is that gentrified?
I don't know. They used to call it gentry toast for a little bit.
Oh, avocado toast.
Yeah, the second avocado toast hit your neighborhood.
I think when avocado became a thing, it was like it's fair game.
If you work remotely and you eat avocado toast, you can go fuck yourself. You know, you can just go fuck yourself. But if you don't work remotely and you eat, you're a normal human being.
yeah.
A normal human being.
Facts.
That's a prerequisite.
I'm gonna go out, get some avocado toast today for my work at home.
Yeah. Oh my God. Go to a
Yeah.
coffee shop and just like bury your head underneath.
What was that Key and
fucking-
Peele skit where he's like the continental breakfast? He's like, Danish from Brussels. Scrumptious.
I got this. This will be the last one. Fast food edition. Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, or White Castle. Now, some of our fans may not be in the area where they have White Castle, so that may be a little unfair. But if you're in an area where there's a White Castle, I mean, there's Chipotle and Chick-fil-A everywhere, right?
Chick-fil-A overhyped.
Yeah. I'm
bro.
gonna tell you one
Too much
thing.
chemicals.
I'm gonna tell you, White Castle
Yeah.
underhyped.
White Castle, maybe.
White
Extremely
Castle,
underhyped.
boy. I could go get some White Castle
And
burgers.
Fuck up like
Chipotle.
30 of them burgers, bro.
We'll
30,
talk about-
30.
bro.
Hype is real. Chipotle. Hype is real.
Yeah,
Chipotle is one of those places.
Other than the fact that they raised their prices over the last 10 years,
Yeah.
everything else.
Chipotle is much like Luka Doncic's basketball game, where if you haven't had it in a while, bro, you're like, it's not that good. And then when you
You
go
get it.
there,
You
then
get
you're
it.
like, oh, this is
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
like.
They have their days now.
Yeah, they have their
They
days.
have their
though.
days, and that's
Yeah.
the people. That's
They
the,
had-
that's,
yeah,
not
they
the,
had
that's not the
their
company.
bad days.
That's
It's
the
the prep.
That's the people.
The prep work.
Like, if I go to Chipotle right now, right as it's closing, they're gonna give me a shitty fucking.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah. It's gonna be wet and soggy.
Yeah.
They're gonna be pissed that they're there.
Yeah.
I'm in there trying to get food.
But you
So-
go there on a 2 o'clock in
Hype
the
is real.
afternoon,
Hype is real.
Yeah, but I like
The
that
chips.
I like
fresh
that
chicken
version
off
of
the
it.
grill,
Yeah,
fresh
everything.
steak off
You
the
get you
grill.
get Chipotle the right time of day.
If you walk
Wait,
in
are
and they
y'all-
got the metal glove on,
Yeah.
when you
Every-
walk in, you're like, okay, it's
when
going
they just
down.
Filled
That's fresh
everything
cut
up,
chicken.
When they just filled all the joints up.
Yep. You guys get the peppers and onions on your shit?
Sometimes.
I always
Nah,
get the peppers
nah,
and
I get-
onions, bro.
I get the queso though.
Okay. I don't get the queso. I get the peppers and onions.
Queso.
Yeah.
It got peppers and onions in it.
Oh, I guess yeah. Like yeah.
Nice, but no. I mean, listen. I think that'll be a wrap for today.
Yay.
If you laughed, learned, or questioned the hype, remember to like, follow, comment, share, subscribe, do it all. Subscribe button's down there in the corner. And until next time, remember, believe no hype. Peace.